you rather have a permanent unibrow or no eyebrows at all?
Okay.
So I'll just throw that out there. So while you ruminate on that, would anybody for a point of DM inspiration, that sweet inspiration that resets on a long rest now, but lets you re-roll failed D20 checks, like to tell us what happened last week? It was both simple and somewhat complex. If you are interested, go ahead and roll a D20 into chat. All right, we got an 8 from Wayne Larson reporting on the scene. Uh-oh. Rival newscaster Ann and Little Ann have arrived. All right, we got a 15 from Ann and Little Ann going once.
I feel like it should be Big Ann and Bigger Ann.
Yeah, that's
you're less likely
too.
to nom on your bones if you can say that. I think.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, does Ann actually get 2 rolls, 1 for each head?
Oh no, not this again. Not this again.
I don't know if you were here for that, Robin, but Little Ann did give Little Ann did give a recap one week. So, all right, Ann of your choosing, please give us a recap.
All right, it was odd. Okay, you know what? If I ever roll, I'm gonna write this down now. Get this in. If I ever roll and I win and it's an even number, it'll be other head, and then
other head. Okay.
And then odd will be original head.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, previously on Curse of Strahd Nightfall, we had just run into the Witch Hunter 7, and they were trying to figure out a way we're going to assault this windmill to attack the hags that are inside. As I was trying to check my weapons and just taking a good look at this place, dealing with the weird nightmares I've been having, they seem to be talking about different ways to get up close. Some of them wanted to try and sneak through this tall grass, and me and Robin decided to just be in a group that just went up to the front door. We waited some time just to see what was going on the windmill. It didn't seem like anything was happening. Eventually, we did get up to the door after giving time for the people who wanted to sneak to get up close. Robin said she was hearing something from the door. I couldn't really hear through it, and told us to wait a second before we bust through the door. At some point, we heard some noise coming from back of the windmill. It seems like somebody was trying to climb up. I think that was Irenia and Leo. Something about Leo not touching what he's supposed to be touching. So she yelled, and with that, I decided we decided to run through the door. I ran through, opened the door, and tried to grab the nearest hag I saw. At that point, we tried to take them out as fast as possible. As the old man in the tower told us about, said that if we're fighting hags like these, you want to focus on one at a time. So we did. Grabbed one, and Wayne shot her a couple times, and Robin came in and hit her a few times. But then all of a sudden, she disappeared out of my hands, not knowing where she was and not feeling her. She didn't turn invisible or anything like that because I couldn't feel her. So with her gone, I turned to the other one. So we tried to grab that one, but then something happened, and it was weird creatures coming out of the oven and the kitchenware inside this windmill. There was a weird monster that farted horrible gas throughout the entire room, and then a bunch of insects came flying out of one of the other appliances. But running through the bugs, I was able to grab the other hag, and we tried to take out that one, but then she eventually disappeared out of my hands as well. At one point, though, one of my hands turned invisible. I still feel it, I think, but I don't see it. It's not there. Either way, with that, with them getting away and dealing with this weird creatures here, I also heard some fighting and loud pig noises from outside as well, as the witch hunters, some of them died, and there were some shots fired as well. There was a yelling from a woman upstairs, and Taylor and Robin ran upstairs to go see what's going on. The place was very tight, so I decided to get out and climb up from the outside. Eventually making it to the top, where on my way up there, we did see one of the other hags, the second one that I grabbed, on the roof shooting energy, weird beams of magic out of her hands. I tried climbing up after her. She then disappeared again. And every once in a while, you'll hear them, and then from what I heard from everybody else, they disappeared. Eventually, it got to the point where I think they decided to run away, the cowards they are, and we left their home, set their home on fire, served them what they're owed.
All right, go ahead and take DM Inspiration for that. Thank you. Okay. Is anybody interested in a Faxpiration die, a Bardic D8 that'll last the whole session, or until you use it? If you are, throw D20 into chat so we can find out, do you want that unibrow or do you want no eyebrows? All right, we got a 16 from Taylor. Going once, going twice. All right, Taylor, you're up.
Yeah, Taylor would take no eyebrows. She's pretty good with stage makeup, so she thinks she could, just cover, make some fake ones, and if need be, she could just wear a mask, which she is quite used to.
Okay, fair enough. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously in the campaign.
Let's go with Strahd. I want to know what Strahd would do.
With Strahd, dang, what a tough one. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, as a craftsman of magical items, I think he has a similar mindset that, the question does say a permanent unibrow or no eyebrows, but it doesn't say you can't put eyebrows back on. So, I think he'd probably opt for no eyebrows and then make himself. Yeah.
Strahd's a rules lawyer. See.
Yeah, and then he definitely put them eyebrows back on. In the spirit of the question, though, if you had to live with no eyebrows at all forever, and you were not allowed to replace them, or one sick-ass unibrow, obviously he would pick the sick-ass unibrow, because a good eyebrow is very intimidating, and it's more intimidating than not having any eyebrows. So that would be the non-rules lawyer answers. He would take the giant unibrow and fucking own it.
I feel like this question is something that Arena has been talking about nonstop during one of our journeys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like this is one of the things that has been 8 hours of travel time.
She's very proud. She's very proud of her
with a unibrow.
Yeah, she's very proud of her very handsome and full eyebrows, and the idea of not having them, she feels like she'd lose her whole identity.
Just fill that little gap in a little bit more. What's a little bit more?
Yeah,
can you pop up that art again real quick?
Do you have some Photoshop plans? Is that
no, I don't.
Something we should worry about? Okay.
No.
Yes, we should worry. We should always worry.
All right. So, let me add your Faxpiration die to your sheet. There we go. This is a good week. We were all able to get into Foundry. Don't have to reload mods. Don't have to reload convenient effects. Just good stuff. All right.
Why are you jinxing it so early?
Nah, because I believe. That's why. Because I believe. Okay.
RNG's is last. Well, Crash believes.
Hey, listen. He needs a good laugh sometimes too. All right. Though I would assume he got it out of his system on fucking Tuesday, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. No more talking about Tuesday, Remy. I'm sorry. Still traumatized.
I mean, me too. I think about it often. Like,
Ugh. All right. So, let's head back to the scene and sort of unpack everything that has occurred here at the old stone grinder. Let's see. That's the road. That's the burning exterior. Dang, Benios was just ready for everything. Truth be told, when people get scared, setting fires seems to be like a caveman, response mechanism. So there's maybe other maps that also are already set to burn down. Let's see.
Where would be a safe place to drag ourselves out?
Yeah, and on this map, yeah, you can definitely just kind of drag yourselves out. I was gonna go grab everybody off of the official map, but this could work. Because I need all them NPCs so I can figure out who survived and who didn't. Alright, yeah, here we go. I'm dragging everybody back over, so you go ahead and delete yourself if you don't want to exist twice. There we go. Alright. Oh no! Out of bounds. Okay, so the leader of Witch Hunter 7, who is now Witch Hunter, it's only Witch Hunter 6. Where you at, bro? Ah, here he is. He says, "You fought well, and their layers destroyed. It will be a long time before they trouble the people of Barovia again. They may have escaped, but we sent a powerful message to them.
Is he addressing anybody in particular?
No, he's just, being like super dramatic and like, talking to the whole, everybody there. He's just kind of trying to be a cool guy. They gather up the body of their fallen comrade. Now, Anna Krogorov and her son Durian are reunited, and they are sobbing in each other's arms. And Durian has been through quite a trauma and is just apologizing still over and over again, unable to form coherent words other than "I'm sorry," as he just kind of buries himself against his mother. And awkwardly and spookily, he rubs her not super prego, but obviously prego tummy, and whispers "I'm sorry" to the baby.
And we're certain she was pregnant before the hags got a hold of her?
Yeah, thinking back, she had like a apron on, like a shop apron, like a work apron. But she kind of had, like a little bit of a pear shape to her, a little bit. And you're thinking like, oh yeah, she was probably pregnant under that. So, since I'm a real classy DM and not, the writer of the Dresden novels, when I introduce a female NPC, I always talk about their personality and their brains, and never, their physical appearance other than the token I show you. But if I was the author of the Harry Dresden novels, I would have described her as a real thick mama.
that's how. I haven't read a Dresden novel, so I guess
No. He does a better. He does a better job than that. He does a better job. But they are very like pulp detective. They are very pulp detective. There's a lot of dames and there's a lot of legs to look at. So. So, as you guys are kind of getting all this sorted out, Eastmark, who I guess apparently didn't even take part in this fucking fight. Jesus Christ, Eastmark. Maybe they could have won if you were in the fight, asshole. Eastmark kind of looks at the destruction, and he looks at all of you, and he says to you, Wayne, he says, you have grown so strong since that night on the road and in the barn. I think Madame Eva was right about the blood of heroes. You have done something here I never could have imagined was possible. And while I'm sure this is not the end, to me, this is the beginning of hope. Thank you for saving me, letting me witness this act of heroism. Thank you for taking such good care of Arinia. Arinia looks at him, and he looks at her, and he says, it is not far. I may head back to the village of Baravia. It is my responsibility. I would not leave it in the hands of one of the Dark Lord's brides any longer than necessary. I'm very sorry for what happened to Jason.
No need to worry about it. I mean, we're working on that. Working on that.
Irenia looks over at Eastmark, and Eastmark looks at her, and he says, you still have time to decide. If you have had enough of all this danger and heroics, I would gladly have you come back with me. Your charm and your demeanor would be like daylight, pushing away the shadows in the valley. But I understand that you feel drawn towards greater things. You seek the truth, and I would never want to get in the way of that. She starts to cry a little bit, and she runs to him, and they embrace. And then he says, you don't have to explain yourself. I believe in you.
Man, and I thought he was talking to me there for a second. I thought he looked right at me.
And staring up at the fire.
Yes. Campfire. Big one.
All right. So, you guys were able to retrieve the Wine Stone. Did somebody attune to that Wine Stone last week?
Robin did.
Okay. And we talked about what that has in store for you, and okay.
The Heart of Summer. Yeah, it's on my sheet. Yep.
Because you are the Seeker, this brings you much joy, and you feel a flood of dopamine as you kind of feel the weight and the warmth of the stone just being carried on your person. You know that maybe for the first time in your whole life, you are on a road, on a path with a purpose so much greater than you could have ever imagined.
Yeah, I think Robin is like just holding the stone. Like, if everybody else is either watching Ismark and Irenia, or the burning, or the witch hunters and their fallen comrade, like she's just like got her back turned to everything, is just like looking at this stone and like kind of basking in kind of the newfound, because she can feel like she knows there's magic and she has some magic from it now.
And as you look at the shimmering surface of the stone, it's kind of yellow, orange, crimson, prismatic sort of sheen. You remember memories that are not your own of a sun rising over this ancient land, and the warmth of the sun chasing away the cloying and clinging mist of the night, and a feeling of hope washing over not just you in this memory, but over the land itself, as the creatures of the night retreat and the beings of the day are given back dominion.
Yeah, I mean, she's just kind of like internalizing a lot of this, I think, right now. But you know, when she has an opportunity, to kind of, I think, influence things, she will. You know, she really wants to go and accomplish some of the stuff that you know she has been personally tasked with, I think. But you know, there's a lot going on.
Fair. All right. NPC wise, Victor stands kind of off on his own, watching the windmill just burn and collapse. After the siblings are done kind of conversing, the leader of the witch hunters goes to Eastmark, and they are discussing. And it seems that Eastmark is explaining the plight of the Valley of Barovia to them, and they are intrigued and empowered by their success here. They seem to be coming to the agreement as a group that they will journey with Eastmark to the village of Barovia and try to provide aid for the people there as they try to recover and rebuild. Parple kind of stands next to Anne, and he looks up at you, Anne, and he says, "For Daniel."
And turns to Purple and says, yeah, for Daniel.
And then he looks to you and says, "Purple, guard Anne."
And you know, kind of now, you know, speaking to Purple and kind of snapping out of the trance of like watching the thing burn. Anne's gonna turn and look at everybody, and then turn and see that we have those dead pigs that are pretty big, and says, "Purple, help me get food for the road."
Yeah, and he goes to follow you and kind of aid with that.
Right.
Irene goes to you, Leo, and says, "Hey, that was pretty good during the fight. Sorry, I just sort of
spaced out there. I was just so overwhelmed and...
Oh, hey, don't worry about it. I mean, I get overwhelmed all the time. You just gotta be real good at, not showing it or, acting like you got it all together.
I don't know, it's just... When she started laughing, it was like every terrible dream I'd ever had. It just came rushing back to me all at once. I felt trapped inside waking nightmares.
Wow. You guys got earplugs? Maybe we could make some earplugs.
Yeah, we could probably do that.
Some good cotton and, put the ears in. We don't have to worry about any sort of laughing, since, there might be more laughter in the future.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
Leo, have you ever had dreams that weren't yours?
Dreams that weren't mine.
Like,
I
have
had
you
dreams
ever...
forced upon me. My father,
Oh.
my uncle. Those type of dreams.
Oh, well, no. I mean, I know that's like, I mean, my brother and I, father's a burgomaster, he died, and, all that, but I mean, like, when you're sleeping, do you ever dream that you're someone else?
Not for a long time. I mean, when I was, smaller, I did. I was like a firefighter, or I was I was a superhero. Like Superman, he flies through the sky and he shoots laser beams out of his eyes. He was a cool guy.
Oh.
What do you dream of? Are you like a Wonder Woman? Oh,
Well,
you probably don't know what Wonder Woman is.
When I heard that laughter, I was remembering dreams that I've had, but I've always dismissed because they made no sense to me. Where I was different women, different people. And she kind of blushes a little bit, and she says, but when I was dreaming I was those women, the Dark Lord was there, and she blushes even harder. And
Oh.
But, and
I mean, that's perfectly normal.
No, because each of these women, something terrible happened to them. When the Dark Lord left them, their hearts were so full of hope and fear and excitement. But then it turns to terror. And the girl is stoned to death. And another, she is burned at the stake. And then another, she runs. She runs from the Dark Lord out into the rain, across the battlements of the castle, and she throws herself over the edge.
Okay, that's okay. Maybe not exactly normal dreams. We just gotta make sure, we don't run into the Dark Lord anymore.
Do you think that these...
Don't say his name.
Do you think these dreams are just a coincidence, or the magic of these hags?
Oh, I mean, it's probably those hags. I mean, they were They were awful creepy. I mean, I didn't get a good look at them because, you know, I was covering your back, but, you know, they were probably real creepy looking.
Okay. Okay. Well, we should take this woman and her son back to Vallaki?
Yes, yeah, we're probably only like, what, 6 hours away from Vallaki? I mean, 6 hours from a bed. I mean, we can make it there in one go. Soft covers, feather pillows.
Yeah, that sounds really nice, actually. Okay. And so over the next 20 or 30 minutes or so, the witch hunters in Eastmark make their preparations to head east. And then I guess I'll take you guys over to your map. Unless you have anything you want to drop on Eastmark before it rolls out. All right. Let's go to the map table. Oh, what a map. All right. So, you guys are at the old bone grinder. The question is, with pregnant woman and traumatized child, do you want to go back through the forest, the most direct route, but more likely to get random encounters, or do you want to go all the fucking way around the forest in this incredibly inconvenient winding road?
Well, it's guaranteed to take more than a day, right? To go around? Like, oh.
Probably. Yeah, I'll get you the actual measurements though, as you guys sort of.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
cut
think
across just fine. We just cut right back across. We'll get to the road. I can smell the pillows, guys.
Could we take a short rest to roll some hit dice real quick?
We could do
read
we could do our heroic. So it's
our
only 2
heroic
minutes.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have heroic rest yet?
In the recent patch, yeah, I moved the first heroic up to level 1, and the second one's at level, what, 9? Something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah. Level 1 people, they're heroes too. Sometimes low-level game needs better pacing, then I guess we're fucked, because we don't have an hour to catch our breath. Plus, you only have 2 a day anyways, like, who really fucking cares if it took 10 minutes to get one of them? So, alright. From the windmill to Vallaki, through the woods, it would be a straight route of 10 miles. That would be, as Leo pointed out, 6 hours and change, closer to 7 hours. So you could easily knock that out. But, as Leo, I'm not sure how Leo's so smart with his intelligence score, but maybe this is
He's not smart. He's
Lucky.
I've
He's
seen
remembering things.
I've
he
seen
wants
a lot
he
of
wants a
seasons of Naked
goddamn
and
bed.
Afraid and Survivor.
He's
I know this
plucky.
stuff.
He's plucky. All right. Taking the road would be 10 hours. So 7 hours of encounters on a 15 or higher. 10 hours on a 18 or higher.
So
And road encounters, for the most part, are easier than forest encounters. But you guys are so strong now. I mean,
Oh, it's more than 10 because we'll have to sleep, so that's another 8.
unless you guys push, right? Because you can push people 1 hour for free as part of
1
your
hour.
weird ass homebrew, and then everybody would just need to make one more check, DC 10 Constitution.
I mean, how many days have we traveled before we got here?
You guys got here this
we
morning.
Yeah, we camped
Yeah.
in the morning. Yeah. So we've only traveled, I guess, an hour, right, to get here. We camped an hour away.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
We got 7 hours of walking before we got to start making checks.
Ooh, so it would be 2 checks if you took the road, whereas no checks if you just went through the forest. I mean, all right. I mean, unless I hear otherwise, it sounds like forest. Is there anybody opposed to forest? Going once? Going twice?
I will say
right.
this for the forest. I mean, we're gonna burn more resources potentially going through.
Potentially, it's RNGesus, but you have a what,
Yeah.
15% higher, 15% more likely per hour to get
fine.
random encounter.
I'm fine either way.
Okay. Well, 15 is actually 20% more from 18, something like that.
2 more hours of walking doesn't seem too bad. And if we need to
Oh,
camp it outside,
then I'll throw a poll up, and I'll do multiple response, and we'll do forest. All right, throw it up. Okay, it looks like. Oh no, a tie. One of you all got to vote. One of you all got to vote. Oh, okay. Looks like we're taking the forest. All right.
Yeah, I'm fine with forest.
Okay. So I will roll 7 travel checks. Here we go. And then I said that you spent about 30 more minutes kind of getting your stuff together. And then what we said, you took a rest, so that would be like 10 more minutes. All right. Cool. Hour. Oh, and unless your character was completely disassociated, you guys all would have heard the conversation between Irenia and Leo, because neither of them knows how to talk quiet. So they both strike me as people that when they whisper, it somehow turns the volume higher than if they were talking with their normal voice.
Yeah, we got to talk over that big ass bonfire that we started.
Oh, for sure, yeah. All right, so hour number 1. Big money, big money. All right, hour number 2. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens. All right.
And we're looking for less than a 15?
Less than, yeah, 14 or less good. 15 or less spicy. All right.
You know, maybe it's a bear or a moose.
Well, this one's fun. Okay.
I mean, it could be those really easy to kill little.
I mean, I hope you guys are
Neoblights
noticing
again.
that all of the encounters are getting easier as you level up. You know, because
Yeah,
that's D&D. Yeah.
It's 100 zombies again.
Yeah, though. I mean, so my kid told me to share their pro tip with you from classic game. You could just walk away from zombies, for the most part. So
I mean,
I explained that you guys you guys would lose your campsite and everything else like that. But they had a similar encounter, and they just were like, "See you."
They have a portable campsite called
I
Tiny
mean,
Hut.
I know.
Has your kid walked away from the Night of Endless Dead zombie encounter? Because I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, that's the one that they all just were like,
Oh,
it's
wow.
a lot of zombies. How fast are they? Oh yeah, we'll just leave. So like, oh, damn, that's like a fucking loading screen tip right there. Like, all right. Let me see. I gotta grab you guys from this map.
In the end, we kind of did lose the camp anyways because the 2 tents got destroyed and everything.
But that's because Strahd, breathed on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the camp was fine until then.
He gently breathed on our tents.
He cares a lot about tents as a former soldier, so he did non-lethal damage to the tents. So.
He doesn't like hurt women or tents.
Yeah. or kids.
But an entire race of people. Fuck that entire race of people.
Well, when you lines get crossed, you gotta discipline. That's just I mean.
Oh no, I mean,
yeah, art of war, baby.
100 people dead is a tragedy. Million is a statistic. So I mean,
Yeah.
an
Or an example. Or an example. Or an example. All right, let's see. Do we have a good? We haven't had just a regular salvage woods map in a while. Let's do a regular salvage woods map.
Probably not.
All right. Oh yeah, it's been a long time since we.
Are Witch Hunter 6/7 traveling with us, or are they?
Oh no, they are
escorting
heading. Yeah, they're heading east to Barovia with Barovia Valley.
Okay.
They've heard that there's people in need, and they are obviously equals to you guys in power and skill, and it just wouldn't make sense to have two powerful adventuring parties team up when there's so much evil that needs fighting.
I hope these things aren't those.
They knew you'd understand. They knew you'd understand.
I just care more about the fact that it improves Eastmark's odds of surviving to get back home.
Aw. All right, let's see.
I was very concerned. Was like, is he gonna make the trip by himself? He's not gonna make it.
I mean, he's been resting for quite a while.
He has, but previously when Eastmark and Anemia saved us, they were on horseback. So if something got too hot and heavy, they'd just be like, "Fuck it, nope."
Wait, what if they ran into one of those red mists?
Okay, I need a perception check from one member of the party. I'll take one perception check. Okay, got it. All right. Now I need everybody to roll a d20. And that would include your companion characters.
I believe Robin cannot be surprised.
Well, actually, don't need to roll your companion characters. Hold on.
Just roll your actual character, because your companion characters aren't a contract. So.
Oh,
yeah, Robin.
That's terrible.
Yeah, Robin can no longer be surprised, and she has a +5 bonus to passive perception.
Got it. All right. All right. Anybody else need to roll?
I don't think I roll. Let it.
Oh, okay.
And
all right.
Do Dunbar.
Well, this is going to be a lot spicier than I thought it was, unless Victor rolls a nat 1 also. Let's see. Oof. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Okay, so low was good. Good to know.
No, low is bad.
No, low was bad, and look who rolled 1. Poor kid.
Ah, fuck.
All right, so Taylor, you're probably up front. Anne, would you be up front, or would you be in the middle, or you be in the back? You be up front?
Yeah,
okay.
I should be up front.
All right, Wayne, you up front guy, or you taking?
Given his mood right now, I think he's tailing Charlie.
All right. Leo, front, middle, or back?
Oh, in the back.
Okay. All right. I'll assume that escort mission, you've got the squishies in the middle. That seems good to me. Yep. All right. So I'll take you over to this map. Won't be a good one for this. Yeah, this one's fine. Okay.
Oh shit.
What's up?
Everything I put in my backpack is disappeared from the update.
Oh. Okay. Ooh. Shit. All right. All right. Let me check something then.
I don't think it's lost forever. Maybe. I don't know if I can get it back today.
Because I went to look at my sheet, he's like, why am I so light?
A lot of you guys are using the backpacks, right?
When it went away,
Yeah.
I had stopped using it. I just had it in my inventory.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Robin is too. Yeah.
No, I actually put it in there just because I had to go in to edit it, but at least I knew what was in there and then could just like mentally do the math for deduction.
Oh, okay. So was anybody else still using the backpack thing after
Seems
we
like I'm
figured
the
out?
only one that was foolish.
No, Robin was still.
Okay. Let's see. Oh man. I believe it was item collection that we were using for backpacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Containers or something like that.
Was it containers?
Yeah, I mean that was how it turns the backpack, gives the backpacks a. I think it was containers. Not sure if that's what it's still called for 11.
Nah, I think it was called something else.
If it's a problem, we can come back to it later. The two important things that I would need is I had one last real world token in there, and then I had like 10 arrows, regular arrows.
Oh, okay. So I can try to get it back up and running, but we'd have to like turn off the server and turn the server back on. So
yeah, it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Then as long as you know the key stuff, we should be okay. For now.
There's other important stuff in there, but for life, man, I couldn't tell you what it was. But it was like 30 pounds worth of stuff.
Oh my god! All right. Well, I'll try to recover it by next session. So we'll. All right. So as you guys are walking through the forest, let's see. All right. Robin can no longer be surprised because of Warden. Is that what's doing that?
Correct. Yeah, she's got a feature that. Yeah, I'll just roll it into chat so you can see it.
Sure. Let's see. All right, your reflexes have been honed by the perils of nature. You can't be surprised while you're conscious. Initially, you have a +5 to your passive wisdom perception and passive intelligence investigation scores. Okay. Unfortunately, this is one of those critters that is false appearance. So it's really hard, if not impossible, to spot. But you won't be surprised. So you and the plant will act in initiative together. Wayne always goes first because of this weird thing that happened to him. So Wayne, you don't know why, but time slows down and it's real bad right now.
Were you supposed to be
yeah, I'll bring you over to it. Here we go.
Sorry, I got distracted realizing that I turned off your guys' backpacks when I was toggling off as many mods as possible. So,
all right.
Planty man.
Yeah. So, Wayne, you are surprised. Your turn ends. Who do you pass to?
I'll pass to Anne.
Okay. Anne, you are surprised. And...
We'll pass. I guess pass down the line until we give to Robin at the end. Maybe?
Okay.
Well, do we want to pass to the plant?
So you know where it is?
Because I can't see it until it moves.
Okay, I guess you guys want to pass down the line until before Robin passes the plant and give us Robin. Oh, maybe Robin after that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess just keep passing it, guys, and we'll get there together.
Pass Taylor.
All right. Taylor.
I pass to man, I forget her name. She's carrying a baby.
Okay.
I pass her.
She is surprised. She will pass to the kid, stripping away the surprise status. The kid will pass to just gonna have the kid pass to the plant monster, honestly. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Alright. Okay. So, rising up, and attacking the boy is, apparently like a bush. Just sort of, it's got like flowering purple, blooms that kind of hang in bunches. And, yeah, it appears and attacks, the kid. So, it is going to use, constrict on him. There we go. What's this one do? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so it's just gonna try and constrict this kid. Oof. Well, that fucking sucks. Yeah, so this plant, animates, it grabs this child, and it just tears him limb from limb in front of his pregnant mom and all of you. She lets out horrified screams, and the plant does not have multi-attack. You can see the different pieces of the boy. There are now vines like wrapping around it, and you can see them like sucking with their thorns and siphoning like the fluids and blood away from the kid's meat. They pass to Leo. Leo, you're surprised. Do you pass to Victor or Robin?
I'll pass to Robin. Robin's
Okay.
tactic die is a D6.
Alright.
Great. Robin is going to move over here.
Okay.
Reacting as quickly as she can. So I would now be flanking because this is she's no longer surprised.
Yeah, technically she's
right?
an ally, yeah.
Yep, okay. All right, perfect. All right, so I will start things off. I'm going to... Does it work against non-creatures? No. Alright, so that does not work against creatures. Never mind with that. Alright. So in that case, I am just going to attack this thing with my silver great axe and just kind of like just yelling. Actually, you know what? Since it is a bush, she's gonna run at it. And as she's running, there's going to be... she's going to, like... Rather than pulling out the great axe to attack it, there's going to be a moment, and there's going to be some flames that burst up underneath this thing. And she is going to... Yeah, she's going to use one of her new abilities, and she's going to spawn a bonfire underneath it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, she's going to create bonfire, which is not rolling off my sheet for some reason.
Let's see, spells, create bonfire. The character has no spellcaster levels, but you may add spells naturally. Okay.
It's coming off of the magic item.
Oh, okay. I think the problem is it doesn't seem to have any charges on it. Which, let me see.
It's a cantrip? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. It's equipped, it's tuned, it's magic. Consumption should be 0. There we go. Mold Earth is also 0. There we go. And then the other one should be essentially once per day because of the one charge on it. Alright. Let's see if that changes things for you under the spellbook. Did it roll out or no?
No, it's still not doing anything.
Okay.
Like, it's also not showing me like a description of the spell or anything, but I think it's, since I'm level 7, it should be what, like 2d8, I want to say, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
Damage.
I wonder why it's doing that. All right, hold on. Let's see. I'll drag it over. Oh. All right. Man, I guess I did jinx myself when I was like, yeah, everything's working. And Mold Earth isn't even rolling either.
Fire Shield did. I was able to get Fire Shield to roll.
Weird. Okay, I will get those other ones working. For now, we will do this thing where we just roll dice. So, for Bonfire, yeah, I know it's a dex save for the creature. You would do at 5th level 2d8 fire damage.
Okay.
All right. So, let's see. Creature's gonna go ahead and roll a dex save. All right, so it's definitely going to make the DC with a 16. So the fire would be in the space. Let's see. And I have the actual summon token for the bonfire. Let's see. So what space would it be in?
I want to put it here. Yeah, like right there. So it's kind of between.
Okay. So it kind of wants to move away from that lady. Got it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Like forcing it more towards me or away from the party, kind of.
Right. And as long as you are concentrating, it will stay in that space and continue to burn as like a hazard, essentially.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else from Robin?
Let's see. So that would have been my action, and unfortunately, I don't think any of my cool shouts and stuff do anything against this. My marks and stuff, because it's not a creature. I'm assuming
it's a creature. It's a plant monster.
All right. Well, all right. All right. Well, then we'll put the Warden's Mark on it as a bonus action.
Ooh. Okay. So then it's stuck in your bonfire, right? Or is that the one that makes?
This is the one. Yeah, this is the one that
disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Let's see. Got it. Okay. All right. Anything else from Robin?
No. I think that's her turn, and she'll pass over to Victor.
All right. Victor sees what you're doing. He's putting down, or picking up what you're putting down. But he wants to get this woman away from the breacher, but he's not very strong. He looks to Purple and he says, you need to get her away from the whatever this is, okay? Do you understand? And Purple looks from him to Anne. It looks to Victor, and he nods. And then Victor is going to ready to cast a firebolt so that he doesn't pass the turn to the creature before the lady can be moved away. All right, and then into the next round, Lay will pass to Anne and Purple.
All right, we'll have Purple go first. And,
okay. This lady has no intention of leaving the remains of her son. She's wild with madness, essentially, because of just what she's witnessed. She's like out of her fucking mind right now.
Right.
So this would be a grapple into forced movement to try to get her away from the creature.
Okay. Purple's gonna try and move the lady away, and Robin, and I guess like as Anna's like turning around to see what happened, he's gonna say, "Get her out of the way." And so, Purple, here's your athletics.
Okay, yeah, she has no chance of resisting that. All right, so he kind of gently, delicately, maybe grabs her, and then.
All right, he'll put her next to Taylor.
Okay. All right.
And he'll turn to Taylor and say, "That's a bad monster." And with
Very bad.
Okay. He'll stand between. He'll stand over to here between the monster and the lady. And okay. He'll keep his grapple for now.
Okay, got it.
All right. All right, and it's gonna go. Also killed the little kid that we saved, and we couldn't tell it at all. It was here. This area looks like a lot of plants, so just in case, case is more than just that one. We'll go ahead and rage.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So bonus action rage. We'll step up to right here. Get the flank with Robin. She'll pull out the great axe and start hacking. Alright, 10. 12 with the flank.
Oh yeah, that is definitely going to... Wait, 12? Or no, 17, right? Were you reckless or no?
I did not say it, so...
Okay, the 12 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Alright, Alright, that's bonus action. That's it. So I'll pass to... we'll pass back to Robin.
Alright. Play passes back to Robin.
All right. Robin is going to use her bonus action to use her other item, her Warden's Grasp, so this thing can't move away willingly. So take that plant creature. And she is now going to...
Does your turn coming up change the previous mark to this one, or are they both active now?
They're both active.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, they don't replace each other.
Nice.
And also, I can give someone... Well, I didn't move close enough to anybody, so nobody else gets AC. All right, so Robin is going to attack this thing with her great axe.
Use that tactic die.
Using the tactic die?
I didn't call it beforehand.
Okay.
So...
All right. 15 plus 2, 17 is definitely enough.
Okay.
That is going to hit.
Okay.
The creature seems to take normal damage from this attack.
Okay. I will use the tactics die on this next attack, though.
Okay. Ooh, alright, yeah. Not even needed, but used. A 22 plus 1d6 or 1d8 is definitely going to hit, and 13 more damage.
Okay. So that's going to be Robin's turn. I'm assuming the plant creature will steal.
It definitely wants to steal.
And it'll have to... Right. Oh, before it steals, though, Irenia will need to move.
Okay.
I'm assuming she's not...
also, Victor will take his shot that was held.
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Yep.
Yeah. Nope, that's a fireball, bro. Firebolt. There you go. 13 is actually its armor class. 15 fire damage is a lot. Those of you up close, you see that the leaves of the plant seem to be covered in a waxy resin that starts smoking up good, and it is resistant to the fire damage.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So you're what's Irenia gonna do?
Irenia is going to take a minute, and she is going to do a perception check just to see if she can spot...
Oh, any more
of these creatures around anywhere. Yeah, Perception's not her strongest suit, but man, just to just in case.
That D6 was the threat for purple.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, just add 1 yellow dot to purple then.
Okay.
Irenia sees plants everywhere.
Does she need to roll a d6 for a perception check?
Yes, unfortunately, since that's outside of her normal stuff.
Yep.
She's
Okay.
seeking, essentially.
Okay. I couldn't remember that was part of the...
Yep.
Yep.
So give her 1 yellow dot. All right. Anything else from Team Robin?
I think I'll have Irenia just move away a little bit.
Okay. As Irenia moves from this space to this space, you see the plant twitch as if it was going to attack her, but it read the companion contract, and she has no aggro, so it does not. All right. Yeah. So now the plant's gonna steal. Go once. Go twice. All right. The plant is.
Has to make a dex save because it's starting its turn in a fire.
Ooh. Okay.
Here.
No, it's actually if it ends its turn there, or enters the space for the first time on a turn. So in this instance, it would be good if it can move, but I don't think it can move because of your.
Well, it can't if it takes the disengage.
Well, I don't want to take this. It actually wants to whoop ass. All right. So let's see. Candidates for ass whooping. It's disadvantaged, right? Unless it attacks Robin.
That's your first mark.
Correct.
Has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you. It lasts for 1 minute or until you mark another creature. Yeah, sure. You have put the force of your will upon it, so it is going to go for it. Here we go. That would be an 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so it's 10 bludgeoning. You are, it's a free restrain using its bonus action. And you will take, you don't take the 18 poison damage now. If you start your turn still grabbed by the creature, you will take 66 poison damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the start of each of your turns. Okay. Alright, so that is the situation there. And it can't move, so it can't like force movement pull you any closer. So it will end its turn in the fire and have to do a dex save. Alright, here we go. 13. I believe the stone lists the DC of these spells? Question mark? If it doesn't, they're 15.
I think it's 15. Yeah.
Okay,
15.
yeah. So it fails, so give me 2d8 fire. Ooh. Alright. So there's a little bit of a smolder, but for the most part, this thing is a-okay in the fire. It will pass to the mom. Okay, let's see. The mom is maddened by what she has seen and endured. So she's going to lash out at Parple, I guess. Alright.
She's got to do unarmed strike, though, because she has no equipment on her.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
as
Parple's gonna be getting hit by somebody.
Yeah, just like Unky
He's
used to do.
That he's holding right now.
Yeah. So she does not successfully hit him, but she is a former scout with multi-attack, so she will try again. And miss. So she just flails wildly at him, screaming her child's name, Durian, Durian, over and over again, frothing at the mouth, her eyes wild. She will pass to Taylor.
Taylor looks at this situation and she looks at Purple. Purple, can you keep us safe?
Purple, he looks at the woman he's holding, who is trying to hit him, and he has kind of a faraway look on his face, and he says, Purple strong for Anne.
Okay. I trust you. I'll move to here.
Okay.
I don't know if Taylor knows the history there.
She has no idea the history there. I doubt that you are sitting at campfires talking
remember when you killed your uncle?
Yeah.
That was wild.
I'm assuming she opportunity attacks me if she's crazy, or she just focused on Purple.
Madness would only make her attack on her turn.
Okay, alright. Then I'll get to right here, and I will attack. First attack.
Oh, that's gonna hit. Alright, so we'll take the full damage.
Second attack.
As you hit it the first time,
Okay.
it will be bloodied. It'll use its reaction to activate Cornered, and it will lash out at. Well, it's actually already got Robin, so it's just going to constrict Robin, who it already has. So Robin, this will be at advantage. 17?
Yeah, 17 will hit.
Alright, so 8 more bludgeoning damage. But you don't get like double poison or anything when your turn comes up. Alright, and then you attacked it again with a 22 for 10, which is gonna hit.
And then I will bonus action attack with halberd again.
Okay. And that will hit for 6 more.
And then I will just item interact, grab it out of the air. And I'll... Let's see, can I help anyone get a flank? We agreed, we can move through allies, not difficult terrain, right? Yep, okay, then I'll move to right here to give maybe Leo a flank, and I'll be like, Leo, do your thing! And that's my turn.
Alright, Leo, it's you.
Oh boy. Oh, alright. Stumbles forward. Yep. That one in particular. Yeah. Beat it up, everybody.
Okay.
And he'll go to make an attack with his axe, but he's like, the 1-2 punch, Ant. The 1-2 punch. So, and as a reaction, you could attempt to hit this creature.
Oh no, Leo's commanding Anne to do something.
Oof.
It's a 1-2 punch.
I know.
He's appealing to your strength.
Yeah, I'm relying on the strongest person in the party to do what I can, which is hit this thing.
I mean,
Leo's like, when you put it that way.
Leo's not a shrimp, Anne. I mean, he's 4 points higher than the average common man.
Oh, 4? Okay, I mean, that's pretty decent.
Well, I mean, literally, it's just he's got 14 strength. Is what I'm saying. So,
Been doing a lot of setups lately.
Yeah. I mean, it is hitting stuff, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robin's 17 strength mocks your 14.
She agrees with what you're saying. She's not doing it because you command her.
Of course not.
Was planning to just.
Ah.
All right.
But you can take advantage of 2d4 to the attack roll to make sure you hit.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that is definitely going to hit an arm class of 13.
All right.
So
this is also my first time hitting something that doesn't die that didn't die in one hit while I'm raging, because I got this ability. So I'm gonna do this.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Ooh.
I guess So I guess since this is the first time this popped up, maybe she's like there's been a lot of giant stuff going on with her, so I would say maybe there's like just another head, or maybe like another giant, like the spirit of another giant, like this face is just harrying this creature as she's looking at it. Maybe actually, I know what, the other head's eyes are glowing and the other head is just staring at this creature while it's happening. Maybe that's causing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but all right, she hits it. Does that activates that? For anybody, it has disadvantage on anything. Oh no.
Here you go, Ann.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're gonna step behind Robin.
All right. Okay, so all right, go ahead, Leo. Keep going.
Yeah, Leo swung his hand axe for
5. Got it. So 15 and then 5.
4.
Oh, okay.
It required my reaction to do the thing, right?
Yeah, uses your reaction.
Okay. The plant is near death. You can pass to Wayne or Victor.
All right, to Wayne then.
All right. All right, Wayne, as the creature is not really catching fire because of the rain and its waxy sort of leaves, but as it is being hacked and slashed and summoning like fucking giant ghosts from the earth, you are kind of looking for an opening, but as you're like looking for the perfect place to attack, you could just see the severed head of this child just staring back at you from the deep coils of the bush, his eyes wild with fear and sorrow. What do you do?
Do I feel like the child's still alive in there?
Oh no, his head's like not attached to his body. He's definitely not alive.
Well, I just didn't know to what extent
well,
he's
actually,
asunder.
I mean, there's like this book called The Deep. We're not going to get into it, but
he's not alive. Thankfully, he's not alive.
All right. No, you just see like as you're trying to find that perfect shot, like the kid's head is just like in there, like staring out at you. It's horrifying.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm gonna knock 2 regular arrows.
Okay.
So this will be an extra 1d6 in damage.
All right.
Hit.
You got the D4 from the mark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that to hit or
it's
is
for
that
it's to hit for 1 round.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will use it to hit.
All right. Oof. Okay.
Or I just wasted 2 arrows.
Let's see. Complications. All creatures allied against you have advantage on the next attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. All right, that's not too bad. So yeah, you fire the arrows in, and they just sort of enter the bush, and the writhing vines just sort of snap and break the arrows as they are kind of absorbed into its mass. Anything else from Wayne or Dunbar?
Dunbar's gonna dodge.
Okay.
I'll pass to Victor.
Alright, passing to Victor. Okay. Victor saw that the firebolt didn't do a lot of damage, but it did do alright damage. And God knows what else you guys are going to face on the road. So, some damage is better than no damage. He will go ahead and ready in action to firebolt it, but he was pretty sure somebody else could just straight up kill it. So, he is going to pass to Anne, and he's going to shoot it after Anne attacks it.
And it's gonna go ahead and attack it.
Alright. Uh, 11 wouldn't hit normally, but with the flank, it does hit. And then, as you are attacking, Victor lobs a firebolt in there for 3. And 3 plus 7 the plant sort of like stretches out, feeling like a 30-foot cube. Some of the vines holding separate pieces of the boy. It kind of writhes and shakes, and then like a dead spider, it just sort of curls up and coils up on itself and goes limp. As it does, Anna Krogaroff lets out just sort of a feral, throat-tearing scream and continues to struggle against Parple. As she kind of flails her fist at him, Wayne, you could see that Parple is struggling.
Okay.
So what do you do, Anne, with the rest of your turn?
All right. She's also still raging. So she'll go over. She'll. She'll go over and. Nah, she wouldn't care about this. Yeah, she's just gonna back up and go and like kind of like look around and see if she can find another. If there's any other more plants out here.
Okay.
But she already attacked, so she can't, bonus action.
Okay. All right, who do you pass to?
We'll pass to. And we'll have Purple. I guess now that I'm over here, the monster's dead. I'll tell Parvo to look out for more monsters.
Okay.
So I'll have him seek.
All right. Does he maintain the grapple?
No,
or...
he'll let go.
Okay.
One thing at a time for Parvo,
Right.
Alright, perception. 66.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, he looks around. He doesn't see any other threats.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll pass to Robin.
All right, Robin.
She's good at seeking.
You may be muted. I don't know, but you're up.
Sorry, I was still muted. So Robin is no longer grappled, correct?
Correct. Yeah, when the plant died, it released its grip on you.
All right, so no poison effect. She's gonna leave the bonfire going. She's okay if it keeps burning,
Okay.
even if it's resisting it. Like she'll let it go eventually.
It's like
but
trying to burn poison ivy. You know, poison ivy's got like that real waxy residue that makes it harder to burn. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's still fine with it, kind of. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let it go. Here is fine. But she's gonna look around and see if she can spot anything else, because she does not trust. Where there's one thing, there's more than one thing often. So she's going to take a moment to see if she can spot any other creatures.
As you kind of glance around, you see plenty of plants that could be plant monsters, but none of them seem to be moving. The shadows and the rain and the mist playing tricks on your eyes. You see a thorny bush. Think it's moving, but it's just a bush. You see vines kind of hanging from a tree that you thought were slithering, but they're just hanging there, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, she'll just kind of, like, she's just gonna keep her axe at the ready. She's just gonna kind of look around. She's gonna say, I don't see any others, but I didn't see this one either. So just everybody keep your guard up. What was the lady's name? Anna? Is that right?
Yes.
She's gonna say, if we can try to, let's see if we maybe get Anna's boy and see if we can maybe help her do some sort of burial or something. And she'll, I guess, pass to Anna.
Okay. Let's see. Anna is gonna. Oh, she's still maddened. So she would attack the. Determined randomly.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
All right. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, and she could probably reach Wayne. So we'll say 4. There we go. 3. So she's gonna rush forward to attack Victor. All right. And can you have Purple give me a Wisdom saving throw? Okay. Purple is back in the store, being hit for reasons he doesn't understand, being screamed at for reasons he doesn't understand, having a older person who he cares about act crazy towards him, but he doesn't understand why. He would very much like her to stop. Even if that means he has to knock her out. Victor takes the 1 point of damage, like a fucking boss, you know, because he doesn't want to burn a shield on a crazy lady. And then he says to her, "Please, you must calm down. Please." And he will steal. He lets out a sigh, and he reaches for that suggestion spell.
Oh, his favorite.
It's not his favorite. It's damning his soul. Every time he uses it, he feels worse.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever like been happy about using it.
No.
All right, she tries to make the save. Oh shit! That's his DC. All right, so she resists him, just screaming at him and just punching, like beating her fist against his chest. Her legs wide in a balancing stance to keep her pregnant self from like toppling over on this uneven terrain. In the rain, no one could see the tears spilling down Victor's face as he passes to Wayne Larson.
Looking at Purple, is it pretty obvious like we're about to have a situation with him? Like
I would say that you more so than anyone else in the group pay pretty close attention to Purple. And yeah, he's panicking. Like him gonna take that pumpkin head and he gonna bonk her over the head with it until she stops doing this.
I don't know how you want to rule this, but this is what I'd like to do. Wayne is going to rush up to Anna.
Okay.
And he's not strong enough to grapple her.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to, whatever damage she's going to do, she's going to do it. But he is going to hug her. And he's going to say, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm sorry. Please. I'm sorry. Just... Please, just sort of begging and hoping that a physical connection will snap her out and she'll... Okay.
So to establish the physical, you would have to grab a hold of her, but you can move towards her and say those soothing words. You give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oof. All right.
That is. In that case, I'll use earnest. That oof doesn't sound like I succeeded.
No, it does. You did not. Yeah. You got a 6. You're hoping for a 15. Okay. This time you got the 12. Alright, so that's not going to succeed. So as you approach her, saying that you're sorry over and over again.
A 15 won't do it? I thought you said a DC was 15.
Yeah, you got a 12.
Yeah, well,
you said I didn't hear you say succeed at cost. Okay. In that case, you would gain level of exhaustion, which would just get rid of your well rested.
Well rested.
And she would hear your words, and she would look to you, not really see you, and she would say, Durian, Durian, I'm not mad at you. I know that you did what you did because you were scared, and you didn't want to be replaced. This baby was a gift. It was a chance for us to make a bigger family. There was always going to be room for you. Room for all of us. And she falls to her knees and kind of just leans against you. And you feel the madness ebb, and she just sobs in the rain.
Okay. I'm going to have Parple, not Parple. I'm going to have Dunbar go be a service animal for Parple and try and get him to,
okay.
No, I don't know, just come out of that mental state that he's in.
Okay. All right, Dunbar, give me a persuasion check.
Oof, persuasion.
Okay. Okay. Parple sees that the woman has stopped going like mad, and that she's sad, and that Dunbar is trying to be a sweet boy, and he kind of comes back to himself.
Okay.
All right, you may pass to Taylor or Leo.
I'll pass to Taylor.
All right, Taylor.
I guess I'll look around to make sure there's no more threats.
Okay. Give me a perception. Okay. Seems like the plants here are just plants.
All right, then I'll pass to Leo.
All right.
Oh man, always one thing after another. I think dead, right? Bobbin? He's dead? Doesn't twitch?
I mean, it's just burning, like slowly.
All right. Yeah. We'll just step over here. Yeah, I think it's time for a cigarette.
Okay. With that, we can end combat. Alright, as time speeds back up, if you maintain concentration on the bonfire, the plant will eventually catch.
Yeah, I mean, like, as long as, I mean, if it's all rainy and stuff, like, I definitely want it to, I would like this plant to catch, but, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Alright. The extremities sort of dry and burn and snap and break off, dropping the different dismembered pieces of the boy, some of them well drained of fluid, to the muddy floor of the forest. After about 5 solid minutes of crying, Anna Krogorov just passes out.
I kind of feel like, given Wayne's lack of strength, he's stuck there.
And what's that?
Oh, and how long does that last? Like, till your rage ends? Or?
Yeah, the first time I hit somebody, when I rage, it gets on them, and then it goes away until I hit somebody else.
Okay.
But, yeah, so it's gone. It's gone now.
Okay, then
what I was gonna
Taylor
ask
would
is,
say, and what was that?
Well, I was gonna ask, before the fire like fully took, was there anything inside the bonfire? I mean, inside the plant, in the remains of the little kid, that was like an article of clothing that maybe he had, or anything like that?
Well, yeah, like pieces of him dropped like from it. Like the big part that kind of burned, you'd be able to kind of extract the kid parts if you were so interested.
I was more looking like if he had like a, I don't know, like a necklace or like a scarf or something like that, or hat.
Oh yeah. He definitely has a scarf. It's Barovia.
Okay.
Yeah, that could have been retrieved maybe before everything caught.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and once this thing catches, Robin will drop concentration on the bonfire though, so it doesn't keep reigniting.
Yeah.
So it'll burn out.
Can I roll a check to see if I recognize what that plant was?
Yeah. Give me a nature check, intelligence or wisdom.
I feel like, haven't we encountered one of these before?
I don't think so. They're very close to the vine monsters, but I don't think we've encountered one of those. Not with the poison.
Taylor, with that roll, you recall that there are ambush predators known as assassin vines that essentially they're carnivorous plants that have tremendous reach but poor mobility. But any chance they have, kind of indiscriminately, to attack medium or smaller targets, they take it. The goal being to ambush them, grab them. If they don't die from the initial attack, they definitely die from 66 poison damage. Else, they're restrained. What are they going to do? Wolves, deer, basically anything that they can get their hands on. There is a rare variant of the assassin vine called the Deadly Nightshade. And attacks from the Deadly Nightshade assassin vine instantly cure werewolves of their lycanthropy.
If you could survive after that.
Oh, okay. Jenny probably mentioned that. She thinks everyone kind of has the idea of what happened and what this plant does, so she's not gonna lecture anybody.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You just kind of keep that info to yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, the keeper of secrets. I made him aware of it.
Oh my god. Well, if we ever run into if we ever get lycanthropy, maybe we'll just go look for that.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even bring it up because it's it's like a 1 in 100 forest encounter. She was like, she didn't want to get you guys' hopes up of trying to hunt this thing down.
Yeah, that and it would have probably one-shot me and Adora regardless.
Oh yeah, look what it did.
Yeah.
They had the same hit points.
Yeah.
But it is it's one of those things that the werewolves kind of whisper to themselves, you gotta watch out, look out for purple flowers kind of thing, because it'll even strip a true werewolf of its lycanthropy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Just as an FYI, I do, with my Dagger of the Seeker, I do have a locate animal or plant spell that I can use. So if we ever do need to find, say, a plant that can cure lycanthropy or something, I do have the ability to try to seek it out of a random encounter table.
You already did that.
This isn't unique, but it is, you looked for wolfsbane and you did find it while you were Ashley Johnson. You did actually use the dagger to find them some wolfsbane.
I mean, obviously you all were aware of this.
But wolfsbane, you still have to go through the ritual. The Deadly Nightshade, is just insta cure,
which is why it was like, goddamn, the irony of random tables in Sandbox. So,
you know, if we ever got it in our hearts to cure Barovia of lycanthropy, we could just hunt these things down, capture them, and just unleash them on the werewolves.
Oh yeah.
Did you
That'd be fucking
think that
badass.
eyewitness capture?
I think you guys did pretty well, honestly. I mean,
we just saw a small child rent limb from limb.
Yeah, a small child.
Small child lost the random roll. I mean, there were so many factors, guys. You can't. I hope you don't blame yourselves for this child's death. You know what I'm saying? Because
of course not. We
could have choose the road.
And he was unlucky.
I'm just a little pissed because I went through so much work to save this fucker, but it happens.
And that's the world you're in, this procedurally generated sandbox. Yeah, like any die could have rolled differently, you know, to not have this happen.
So. You know what? But we are doing the thing. We have saved the unborn child, which is we are achieving a very specific sort of goal of you know of things. So it's working.
Yep. I mean, looking over at eyebrows, she is stoically staring at the burnt remains of the child, completely emotionless, well past mental breakdown. That happened when she sobbed over her dead horse. So,
I mean, dead horse and like father's killer.
Ian's gonna go
killed in
over
front of her
and pick up the lady.
Okay.
Hang up, rest her over her shoulder.
As you do, second Anne says, "Babies are tasty."
Other Anne head says, "They are?" As a question.
Yes. Sweetest meat.
Pardon me, the fuck you saying?
It looks down at you and it says, "Weakling. The flesh of babes. Nourish." Anne, you feel your tummy grumbling at this partially cooked child over here. Just saying.
She goes ahead and
tasty.
She goes and grabs a meat, so part of that pig that we got from the thing.
Okay.
And eats that.
All right. You feel no dopamine release at all. you feel the stark absence of dopamine.
And right there is your power up. It's right there. I say out of character.
Every time Anne sees a little boy, she thinks of Dan. So.
For now.
He's probably pretty tasty.
So Wayne, as you stare up and Anne just chows down on this raw ass pig, other Anne with her red eyes and sort of pallid skin stares down at you hungrily.
And turns to the rest of the room and says,
I try and stare it down.
All right, Wayne, you can give me an insight check real quick.
Okay.
All right, seems fine. You have nothing to worry about.
Can I use another instance?
Sure, if you want to burn it, that's fine.
I'll burn it.
Okay. Oh, you also would have given somebody an inspiration since you succeeded on that last one, and you succeeded on this one. She is imagining what you taste like, but not in a sexy Lizelle way. In a cannibal giant way.
Okay. I'll inspire our NPCs, Arinia and Victor.
Okay. Wow. All right. So I guess you guys keep heading towards Vallaki.
Yep.
All right. Do you need any time before you head out, or are you ready to just kind of pack it up and go?
So what's the deal with Anna? Like, do we need to wait for her to come around, or are we just?
I'm carrying her right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's 5E, so she's out for 1d4 hours, I guess. Well, no, she didn't get knocked out.
Asking.
Yeah, she didn't get knocked out. She'll just come to when she comes to, I guess. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we just, let's roll some more encounters. Let's see what else can.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah, 1D100 of being cured of the lycanthropy we don't know about.
Hour number 4.
Yeah, I mean, basically, what I'm assuming is we're going to get these encounters in reverse order. By the end, we're going to turn into vampire or werewolves.
We should go through the woods all the time.
2, 3.
Get rid of the dead weight early on.
Two more to go. Here we go. No problem.
Yeah, we can travel through the woods all the time, guys. There's nothing to worry about out here.
Oof. I think Leo may be a sociopath.
I hope Leo. I hope you say this out of character.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think.
Like this, Wade is getting dangerously quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walked eyes with Van. I would be quiet too.
No. He's okay.
See, I could tell jokes too, Wade.
Man, some good role playing there.
Before we get to Vallaki, Taylor's gonna mask up.
Okay.
And Robin would go into her sustained stance. She generally is in it. I just forgot to say it after that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean she is just in it until we do a long rest. Anyhow.
All right. So, let's see. Been a while. Let's see. All right. As you approach the eastern gates, I'm assuming you're going through the eastern gate, or are you going through the western gate?
We came from the east, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the closest gate.
Yeah, closest gate.
Oh wait, can we like powwow before we go in about our plan?
Idea.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like.
Also, about an hour into traveling, Anna would wake up, look around, realize that what happened really happened, and look up at the hideous gaze of other Anne, and just sigh, and just let herself be carried.
She'd like pretend to still be asleep, like.
No, I mean at this point it's like, take me out of this world if you're gonna take me out of this world. Like, can't get much worse than this. She doesn't know. It could get so much worse.
It's getting worse as we speak.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, have your powwow outside the town.
Okay. So what's the plan? Are we
Don't
going
get
my
arrested.
plan?
Get to the tavern. Get a good night's sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, because someone's so fixated on fucking feather pillows.
They're nice.
I mean, a feather pillow. This sounds pretty good. I don't even sleep, and it's pretty comfy. But I mean, like, they're probably gonna, ask us about
a quiet, defeated voice. Anna Krodorov says, I can make it the rest of the way on my own. I should get back.
And puts her down.
I mean, do we really want to leave her by herself? I mean, it's gonna be it's dangerous in the town.
I'm assuming that. I mean, she lives in the town, though. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like for us to come all this way and then she dies right outside the gate. It seems extra senseless.
I mean, you walk her home. That's fine.
I read it says it's 10 minutes down the road. Like, we could see the gates from here.
You know what? You guys figure it out. I'll find.
No, it may be best that she's not associated with us.
Or she could be the alibi. We were on the road, we had some trouble, we ran into these witch hunters, and we helped them.
Unless anybody tries to restrain her, she is heading down the road in a sad, stoic, pregnant walk.
Wayne is gonna walk with her.
Okay. Alright, seeing that Wayne's walking with her, Irina looks at everybody. And she says, well, now he's got me worried that, like, I don't know, the fucking rock is gonna swoop down or something. And she runs after the two of them.
And it's gonna turn to the restroom and say, can't we just talk about this in the inn?
But, I mean, I guess I just thought we should have our story straight. We didn't exactly, complete her quest.
I mean, she didn't give a timeline either, so...
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Alright, she explains to you that, she lives with and, is having this child with, Dmitry Valistov, the blacksmith. They had neighboring shops and, kind of fell in love, and as a widow, like she didn't think she'd ever fall in love again, and they combined their shops together and literally broke down the wall between the shops, and that her son was never 100% on board with quote-unquote replacing his father, and then when he understood finally about the baby and what the baby meant, he didn't take it very well, and essentially the two women, they took her and her son in the night from their home. So Dimitri's probably worried sick.
Who was the girl?
The women.
The Hex.
Yeah, the two girls were the hags. That's who she's talking about.
No. The other girl who got eaten. Like, wasn't there a little girl?
Oh yeah. I mean, she didn't know. She didn't really see the other children that were there. Like, she woke up in that bed, being basically force-fed and bedpan, and just kind of kept there in terrible conditions. Yeah. They seemed very interested in her baby being as healthy as possible and being born as soon as possible.
Well, I'm glad we got you out of there and we're getting you back to Dimitri.
Irina hands her the scarf that you guys were able to salvage. She clutches it in a fist so tight the knuckles are white, and you're sure there's probably some blood pooling in her fingernails. And as you reach the gates, Haltington's on duty conveniently, and he says, "Oh, the hour's late. Who goes there?"
We're escorting this lady back to her husband.
Oh, all right. I'm a bit jumpy. You see that Lady Walkner requires the gates be open day and night, for we have nothing to fear from the darkness, she says.
Well, you're doing a good job. Keep your head on a swivel.
Okay. All right. So when you deliver her back to the blacksmith, he is surprised, overjoyed, confused. He sees that there's, like, she's holding this bloody scarf. He recognizes the scarf, and he just says, "Wait, where's Durian? What happened to you? You both disappeared days ago. I was so worried. No one would help me. I'm so glad you're here. And she just kind of stumbles towards him and is just quietly crying. And he looks past her to you, Wayne, and says, "What happened? Tell me."
She and Durian were taken by hag sisters. She was kept at that old hags. She was kept at the old windmill, and we were able to save her.
Do you mean the story's true? The women at the stone grinder are actually witches?
They are.
Did you kill them?
One of them's dead.
Will they come back for her?
I don't think so. I think they're more likely to come for my companions and I.
Did the hags kill Durian? Did they kill our boy?
They didn't. Durian didn't make it through the woods. We were attacked. We were attacked by a nightshade plane.
Why would anyone travel through the woods? It is dangerous to leave the roads.
And it can be just as dangerous on the roads we found. We wanted to get her back to you as quickly as possible.
Oof, I'm gonna need a persuasion.
Okay.
You got any artists left?
I've got one left. If I need it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you might want to use it because
I'll use it.
His ire is building at your decision to risk so much for a short. Oh my God. Yeah, he says you took our boy through the forest. You killed him. She murmurs to him, Dimitri, no, it's... And he says, get out of here. Get out! Do you get out? He's reaching for his initiative dice.
Wayne will back away.
Right. The rest of the party, the blacksmith and Fletcher's home/shop is located on the main street by the east gate, so you would kind of see Wayne and Irenia exiting the house right about the time that you managed to get past Haltington, who's not scared about the gates being open at night, but wants to know if you guys are scared. Because if you are scared, he can let people know that maybe the gates should get closed at night again if you're scared, but he's not.
I mean, we definitely defer to the leadership of the town.
Okay, that makes him sad, but yeah. You extract yourself from the conversation with some difficulty to find Wayne and Irenia exiting the blacksmithery, and Irenia's face just looks just devastated. Numbly, she walks from Wayne to the group and just kind of gets in the rank and file.
Robin will kind of walk over by her. She's not going to say anything because, like, we're just out on the road and it's raining and, you know, it's not really the place to have a conversation, but she'll kind of walk over and just kind of, just so she knows there's somebody nearby. You know, maybe she'll try to have a conversation at the inn.
Okay. So you guys head over to the inn. All right. On your way to the inn, you are stopped by guards not the fun haltingting type, but real guards. And there's about 4 of them, and they say, "Hey, halt! Who goes there? What's the giant doing in the streets? You the giantess known as Anne?" And then one of them says, "Whew, I sure fucking hope so. Imagine if there was more than one." And then the lead guard kind of shushes them and says, "We were told to keep a lookout for you. Lady Walkner is going to want to speak with you before you leave town. The hour's grown late. I'll let her know that you'll be by her residence in the morrow." All right then. And they awkwardly kind of shuffle away. All right, Robin, you notice someone has been following your group since you arrived in town. They are sticking to the shadows. They have the build of a big, muscular man, and they are wearing a cowl and hooded cloak to conceal their identity. It's definitely not Isaac Strahd, but they do have a very large arm that seems to be kind of bound to their body as a sort of like cast or injury or deformity, and like covered by the cloak. It's a flawless disguise, honestly.
Robin will kind of just whisper to the group, kind of as we get past the guards. She'll just kind of say, "Don't anybody look around or make a scene, but I believe Isaac is following us." I don't know if he.
Arena says, "Isaac, what?" And immediately starts looking around.
Yeah, Taylor also starts looking around.
Yeah. As they do, you notice the shadowy figure disappear into an alleyway.
Should we go talk to him?
Robin just kind of stops and shrugs. She's like, "I mean, if you guys want to, or we can sleep and let him come to us."
He would have come out of the shadows.
I mean, I don't know if he wants to talk. I don't know if he wants to kill us. I don't,
I'd rather talk to him than wake up with his giant arm choking me.
Wait, isn't that guy like a fugitive or something? I mean, probably don't want to be seen talking to him.
Well, I mean,
right? I mean,
how far was the alleyway he ducked into?
Oh, maybe like 30 feet away. I mean, like Dunbar noticed him, but Dunbar, you're like already really upset and stressed out, Wayne. So he didn't want to be a bad boy and make a scene. But he and Robin are the only ones that noticed him.
Yeah, Robin's gonna sigh. She's gonna point, and she's gonna say, it kind of, I think it really kind of falls down to you, Arena. Do you want to see him?
Well, and Victor.
And Victor, I guess.
I mean, Victor says, yes. He's not my brother, but he's as much a brother, I suppose, as I would ever have had. And if we have similarly aligned goals, he could be a very powerful ally. And when he says that, he looks north and west toward the part of town where the Walkner family lives.
Does it seem like the guards are still watching us, or have we moved on far enough at this point? Or?
Listen to the words I'm about to tell you. There is nowhere you can go in Vallaki and people are not going to be looking right at you.
Fair enough.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's entirely clear. And if that wasn't the case, there are other reasons why people would be paying very close attention to you guys.
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you're the only jester in the whole town. They hope.
They need some joy.
No, they had enough of that.
They were supposed to have a theater, you know.
Yeah.
I think they had enough joy for lifetime. I think.
Yes, all is well.
So as you guys are drawing all this attention to yourself, you see, waving at you from down the street is a familiar face. It's Vasily von Holtz. Do you make an effort to avoid him, or are you trapped by social necessity as he approaches?
I feel like we're trapped, or
okay.
I think Robin would be, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird us turn and go the opposite direction now.
All right. He says, there you are. I had heard you had returned to town. I came out in the weather to greet you.
Yes, we just arrived.
Please, allow me to go with you to the tavern. That I can pay for your meal. After your time out in the road, I'm sure a warm meal and a feathered bed is exactly what you need. My treat.
I mean, if it's your treat, I mean, how can we say no?
He smiles broadly and he says, "This man understands, eh? All right. Lead the way, Anne."
And continues walking towards the inn.
Okay.
Yeah, Robin will kind of fall in step, and she's just gonna say, so how have things been, Vasily?
Oh, it's been a while since we spoke. Walkner's house. Yeah? There's been a lot of civil policies being put into place, a lot of shifting pieces, assets, resources, that sort of thing. How went your journey to Kresik? I fear not well, since you're returning from the East Gate. And
He's going to
Kresik
nod.
is to the west.
He's going to nod. We ran into trouble with, well, a number of things, and unfortunately we were not able to complete the journey yet. It's our intention to regroup and make a second effort.
Ah, I see. Barovia can be a troubling realm. I admire the tenacity of not giving up. Where did your ward go? Didn't you have a small child in your care? They look honestly very concerned. They were not taken by creatures of the night, were they?
Robin's gonna shake her head. No. She was able to, fortunately, able to find some peace, I believe.
Some peace? Did you find a way to return her home? She was an outsider, from what I understand.
Well, she was infected with lycanthropy, and we,
you had to put her out of her misery during the full moon.
Yeah, that was... She's gonna kind of yawn a little bit. She's just gonna say there was a lot. It was there was a lot that we went through.
Okay. Are you trying to deflect, essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me a deception or a performance.
Let's see. Let's go with the performance here.
Because it doesn't have to necessarily be deception, because you have been through a lot and you probably don't feel like talking about it. A performance would be a good way to kind of get that across to him in a meaningful way. You feel like he's not convinced by your performance to kind of like, hey, lay off, bro, but he does lay off the questions anyways. All right. And up ahead, you hear tavern sounds.
I don't know why. That was not what I was expecting.
Would it be possible?
You weren't expecting tavern sounds?
I was expecting attack. I don't know.
Oh, guys, you're safe. You're in town.
All's well in Vallaki.
Would it be possible for Wayne to have like hung back and like ducked into that alley to see if Eastwick were still lurking there?
Is it, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to separate for the rest, no, there's a lot of complaints about all I characters in this adventure. If you want to, do you try to make an effort to not be seen? Kind of falling back. Okay, then you will have to you have to get a 19 or higher on a stealth check. Otherwise, otherwise, Dunbar and Robin would notice you leaving. Everyone would notice you leaving. As you try to, you guys see Wayne kind of slowly falling further and further behind the group.
And who knows who else in town does as well.
Okay. Does anybody try to stop him, or are you just like, he's got to work this out kind of deal? Going once? Going twice?
I'll try and follow him by actually sneaking out.
Okay, you need to beat a 19. You do not either.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Robin and Dunbar see you kind of enter Skyrim stealth pose and start creeping after Wayne. The rest of you would not notice that she's doing that.
Yeah.
Robin, you got so much on your plate right now, Robin, trying to deflect Vasilia's questions and everything. Do you just want to let this one go, or?
Yeah, she and that might be why she kind of fails her little performance. Like she might get a little distracted by Taylor slightly and by Wayne.
So Dunbar follows Taylor, who's following Wayne. Okay.
Yeah. And she's also like.
Do you roll a stealth check for Dunbar?
I don't think he's making a big deal of being sneaky. He doesn't experience.
Funny for a failed stealth check.
For the most part, I don't think Dunbar experiences shame that much. So,
he's one of those breeds that gives no fucks.
Is he trying to steal the Fig Newtons off the kitchen counter? Stealth check. Is he just trying to hang out with his friends? No need for a stealth check.
What's important, does Wayne notice me? Because I'm trying not to be seen by Wayne.
Wayne does not notice you.
I just want to, be there in case shit goes down.
Okay. Alright.
They didn't animate a Dunbar sneaking pose.
Yes. His limbs all go out to a T-pose immediately. So. Alright, in that case, we're going to go back to the dashboard. You don't get the in yet, guys. You don't get the in yet. Sorry, Leo. Sorry. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, as soon as you're away from the party, the music changes. You feel like it's much spookier and more espionage based. And you, thinking that you're like a fucking ninja, head towards the alleyway. The rest of you just sort of watch the choo-choo train of people follow Wayne, but you're like, it's raining. We watched a kid murdered before our very eyes, like fucking 6 hours ago. I'm gonna get a cold beer. Not really. They don't have any ice in Barovia, but still. Wayne, as you head down the alleyway, give me a perception check. Artify just makes such good music. All right, you do not notice the figure that was pressed up against the buildings, taking advantage of the murky nighttime shadows, until a large red scaled hand the size of a fucking gorilla's, burning with fire, sort of reaches out, and I'm going to give him advantage on this athletics, but it will go against your passive, whatever is best. Dexterity save, strength save, athletics, or acrobatics. I think actually, DC 17. All right, here we go. So I'll go ahead and use his battle axe to represent that. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. Yeah, okay. So it's good that he wasn't trying to kill you, because that would be a nat 20 for 36 points of damage. Yikes.
Yeah,
okay.
that would have been bad.
Yeah, so yeah, he immediately kind of has you in a choker hold, and you feel the heat of the flames kind of scorching your skin, and he says, "Do not scream." And then he eases up so that you could talk.
Why do people always say that? Nice to see you too, Isaac.
You have 2 minutes to explain why you followed me.
Well.
Oh, yeah. With the fire blowing from his hand, you would see his hideously scarred face and reconstructed metal jaw in the shadows of his hood. Taylor, you were, of course, eavesdropping like they do in the shows and movies. Like, you're kind of like pressed against the wall in the shadows nearby. Dunbar is next to you, just eating trash.
Yeah, I'm feeding Dunbar more trash.
Why are you feeding my dog trash?
Wayne, you're in the scene. You
don't know this.
Okay. Yeah. All right. He says, "You have 2 minutes. Tell me why you followed me."
One of my companions spotted you, and I thought now might be a good time to talk while everyone else is distracted.
If I was ready to speak with you, I would have sought you out.
Well, we're here now talking. I thought maybe you could explain yourself. I could bring it to the group, answer some of your questions.
Keep your
Make
voice
natural
down.
allies at this point.
You feel the hand kind of squeeze tighter on your throat. He says, "Keep your voice down. I am a wanted man. The Wagner. She wants my blood. She wants to mount my arm above her fireplace, no doubt. The things that they did. I am glad that Victor is okay. And Arinia. Thank you for keeping him safe. Tell your friends, if they want the downfall of the Wagner woman, I can help. Let me know your intent by leaving a red cloth hanging from the second floor window of the inn. And then you feel the grip kind of loosen up, and he's like trying to like melt into the shadows. He goes to a World of Warcraft rogue pose. but like he's still there because it's not like a fucking smoke bomb or anything. And you're in an alley.
Wayne will just let him have it, and he'll pretend that he's not there.
All right, cool. Appreciate it.
I mean, he could have just, fucking murdered me, and I couldn't have done anything about it. He chose not to. So yeah, that's good.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Taylor, Dunbar, he's coming back. I guess he's coming back your way.
I'll be like, Dunbar, put down the trash. Put down the trash.
Give me a fresh stealth check, and an animal handling check.
Oh, I'm not trying to hide.
You're not trying to hide. Okay.
Also, Dunbar will probably ignore you on the trash.
Okay, all right. Can I slide a hand to take the trash out of his mouth?
Ooh, you could try. Yeah, give me a sleight of hand. All right. Yeah, you do, but fortunately, it's a filthy alley, so he just gets more trash and starts eating.
Oh, damn it!
Now that he knows it's okay to eat trash around you.
All right, well,
Wayne, you as a pet owner, you hear the telltale sound of Dunbar eating trash up ahead, and you spot him.
And you see Taylor trying to take the trash out of his mouth as he's picking it up. He's trying to help.
Dunbar, drop it. Leave it. Leave it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, years of being told not to eat the trash by you, he does put the trash down. Mournfully. The second saddest thing he's had to do all day. The first was watching that child die. This is the second.
Wayne will look between Dunbar and Taylor and Dunbar, and he will try to incite Taylor.
Okay, all right. Taylor, give me a deception real quick.
Okay, I'm not trying to be deceptive though.
Oh, okay. But do you want Wayne to know that you were involved in the trash eating fiasco?
Oh, if it's, are you inciting about the trash?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
All right, here's my deception check.
All right, so the world's worst lie is told about the trash, but a tired man has no idea you're lying to him. Okay. All right.
Oh.
Wayne will thank Taylor for trying to stop Dunbar from eating trash.
Dunbar looks at you, Taylor, like you a goddamn traitor.
It's no problem. I could tell it wasn't good for him. I'm sorry I followed you. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't attack you.
That was probably stupid. Well, we have a lot to talk about once we're no longer a mixed company. Let's get caught up with the others.
Okay.
All right, so now we'll go over to the inn. All right. So as you enter, Rictavio is there. He's playing music. He's trying his best to look like he's not bored, but you imagine that just like this small venue playing, every night, like for free room and board, it's gotta be a grind after a while. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be a little bit of a grind. Looking around the room, you see the empty seat where Richard used to sit. No one seems to have taken it. And you see the Mardikovs are alive. They look tired and very sad. Even Bram Mardikov looks like the wind has been taken out of his sails. The place is not especially crowded, which is unusual at this hour. All right. You guys have about 10 minutes before Wayne would and Taylor would rejoin you guys. So, as you enter, Vasily says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of the accommodations." And he heads over and starts talking to the Mardikovs. As he approaches, he tries to do a "you son of a bitch" handshake with Bram Mardikov, but you could tell that Bram Mardikov he's just not feeling it. He goes through the motions, but the kid's got a lot on his mind. All right. Irenia says, "Well, I guess we'll take a table or two." As she looks at Anne, or three. maybe just sit at the base of the stairs then, or... yeah, everyone is staring at you, Anne. And some people are actually kind of scooching their chairs away. Danica sees the distress that people are under, and looks like she's gonna say something, but Vasily kind of like holds up a hand like, and you hear the clink of coin as he kind of slides a purse over to them. All right, what do you guys do? You just gonna eat and then have your secret chat upstairs, or?
Probably, yeah. Eat a good meal.
Okay.
Fluff up her pillows.
Okay. All right.
Get through the peasantries of Vistani.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
So they bring you warm, spicy cabbage rolls and a polenta, which is just so good. I mean, it's just cheesy potatoes, if we're being honest. It's corn flour mixed with cheese and sour cream. Oof, so good. And then they bring out meat rolls. By now, you guys can tell right away it's Wolf. Yeah.
Man, we've been eating a lot of Wolf lately.
It is incredibly watered down wine that they bring out. But Vasily does bring over a nice bottle of wine, and he says, "Here, they're rationing wine right now. New policy from Wagner. Just until things are more stable. The Baron was a bit loose with the resources, especially with the roads and infrastructure being what they were. I guess she wants to make sure that the supplies are evened out a bit. It's all very complicated. But this is a very strong Red Dragon Crush vintage, so seasoned to taste, I guess, as he kind of sets the hefty bottle down on the table. He says, so, what, Robin, what misfortunes did you find on the road? You seemed intent on getting some food, so I figured now that we have ate and drank, you could finish your tale.
Yes, Robin would love to. Lauren, the player, did miss a good chunk of the items.
You don't know all the details like I know them.
Okay.
And Zoe, we've ran into all kinds of shit. You won't believe it. We ran into a ghost hunter. A ghost hunter. You believe that? With a talking, the donkey talked, or at least I think it talked, or maybe it was a toad.
Ah, yes, I know who you're referring to. An old woman named Agatha.
It sounds familiar.
Yes. She actually helped deal with a haunting over at the orphanage.
Oh, she's a real deal. Oh, I thought she was joking.
Oh no, unfortunately she died in the effort, but she was able to expose that one of the children had been possessed by a shadow demon and was torturing, maiming, and killing the other children.
That's rough.
Yes,
Real rough.
She and the boy fell from the attic window. They were shredded by the glass and then impaled on the fence below.
All right.
Are the other children all right?
They're pretty traumatized, but they'll be better now, I imagine. I don't really understand children very well myself. I'm so busy with work, I've never had time to find that special someone.
He says, looking at Irenia, as he says, special someone looks at Irenia. Irenia blushes heavily.
But maybe someday. When things settle down a bit.
Yeah, settle down. That totally happens here, does it?
So after you found this ghost hunter who I assume you
sent here, or just happenstance?
Yeah. She seemed a little lost, so we pointed her in the direction of the town. Ran into a whole bunch of zombies. Dealt with that. Oh, we met a researcher. Yeah, we're a rude guy. Kind of made you depressed to be around.
Has it been 10 minutes yet?
Oh yeah. Definitely. You guys will be back. Yeah. Sorry. I moved your minis on. Yeah.
Wayne will walk up behind Leo and clap him real hard on the shoulder and say, "Yeah, big, fat, hairy guy, very rude, very abrasive, and just we sent him back and sent him on his way."
Are you talking about the elf? He wasn't hairy.
Yeah, he was well shaven.
The elf.
I will dig my fingernails into Leo's shoulder, and I will give Taylor a meaningful look and say, "No, you remember the guy? Very rude. It had this beard gut on him, and a very long beard, kind of like a dirty Gandalf or like a bad Santa or something."
Okay, Wayne, give me a deception with disadvantage.
Okay.
Vasily says, do you not trust me, Wayne Larson? Is there a reason that you need to keep the identity of this visiting ambassador a secret? I do work directly for the Dark Lord. I am aware of this particular researcher. They have the Dark Lord's blessing to come and go as they see fit.
I must have gotten it confused with somebody else. No, there was a guy we met on the road. I thought that's who we were talking about. Not bad. And Wayne will try and reach for a plate and some food to try and mask his really shitty deception.
That was actually pretty good. Like, if the other people were not there, they would think that maybe you did actually meet Dirty Gandalf and maybe not tell them about it. Everybody except everybody except Leo would be like, did Wayne actually run into hairy Dirty Gandalf and not tell us?
I'm asking Robin what a Gandalf and a Santa is.
I'll tell you later.
All right, and he says, so you met this foreign ambassador, and then?
Well,
I must say, Leo Johnson.
Yeah.
You are an astounding addition to this band of adventurers. I feel that you're...
I've been here the whole time, man.
Yes, but no offense. The information that I had was that you were sort of a groom, like you were in charge of the animals and the luggage.
Well, I didn't want to get in the way. A lot of swinging swords around here. And, you don't want to lose a finger.
He looks at you meaningfully, and he gives you kind of a smolder, and he says, well, I think you've definitely stepped out of the shadows. And it's just what this team needs.
Yeah, I mean, I got stuff to do, I got.
Yeah, you seem like a guy who gets things done.
That's right. I'm working on a goal right now.
Really? What is the goal you're working on?
Well, I need an empty body.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Fresh or?
I'm not sure actually. I'm trying to put like a ghost in it.
I imagine Father Lucian might be able to help you with that.
I don't know. He didn't seem that knowledgeable the last time we were here, so I don't know about it. Has he gotten new knowledge?
He is certainly awoken to a new way of thinking and doing.
Okay, all right. I'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
So after you ran into this ambassador, you were saying?
Oh, yes. We ran into him. We ran into zombies. We ran into some wolves.
Yeah, Robin's going to interject at this point, and she's going to say, and that was really when our misadventures really kind of took a turn for the worse at that point. The zombies and wolves really we encountered them almost straight back to back, and it was a very difficult time.
Yeah, we lost 2 horses.
That's terrible. And he looks up at Irene, he says, "Not your horse." And her lip like quivers, and her eyes start to water, and he says, "My dear," and he reaches out and he grabs both her hands with his hands. She blushes really hard, fights back the tears, and he says, "If you require a new horse, you need only say so, and I will find the best in Vallaki to carry you." And she's like, Wayne, she just seems to stop breathing. And then she like starts breathing again, and she says, "That's all right. I don't want to endanger another animal. We just take our time on the road. Anne is very strong. You know, like Purple say, you know, Anne's strong." Vasily looks to you, Anne, and he nods.
She waves with her invisible hand at him.
Is it still invisible?
It's forever.
Invisible.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So when you grab people with it and lift them up, it just looks like they're being force choked or something?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it is her, just the hand that she usually keeps free, so.
You are
Left
so
hand.
cool.
So, Vasily looks over to you, Robin, for more information.
Mm-hmm. Robin's going to say, and it was also shortly after this fight, we were trying to figure out what to do about the young girl that you were asking about. That's why we were in that area of the woods, and why the wolves were around. She's going to pause. She's going to say, anyhow, during all of this, we realized a few different things. One of which was that that my cousin, and she'll gesture over to Anne, that her dreams were being haunted by the hags, the night hags from the tower south of here.
Unfortunate.
And yes, well, not just unfortunate, but that they were draining her very life energy away during these nightmares. they were giving her.
And now you have defeated them.
Well, 2 of them still live. One of them we believe is dead.
And is that enough to free Anne from the clutches?
She's going to kind of shrug. We don't know. We may have to try to seek them out again.
And find out tonight.
That is vexing and explains your circuitous route.
It became necessary to save her life if we were going to. We also became aware that there were hostages being held there that were potentially going to be consumed or sacrificed to make them more powerful. So time was of the essence.
So we burnt the house down.
We had heard reports that the women of the stone grinder mill were potentially dangerous.
They were traveling, at least.
They did,
at least
however, pay their taxes on time.
Well, at least they did one thing within the code of the land. The part where they were grinding up the bones of children, making cakes out of them and feeding them to people to create nightmares. I'm not sure that falls within the...
He gets a very grim look on his face, and he says, "It was evil work, to be sure, but unfortunately, the children that they would take were sold to them by the barons." And he looks at Irenia and he says, "Your father and brother were aware of this." And she looks like stunned, and like, could this day get any more fucked up, essentially?
You can just pay for kids?
It is a family's rights to place value upon their kin. If they feel that they would not be fit to raise the children, they are legally allowed to sell the children to another.
Are those others just allowed to kill them, though?
Well, there is no law against what a steward does with their own children, unfortunately. I feel terrible saying this, but it's certainly a law that should be examined closer. I can only imagine the anger the Dark Lord would feel had he known what these women were actually up to.
Well, they are probably not gone forever, so if there's any way to raise awareness of this with him, if you are ever able to bring it to his attention, or if we are...
I've only with your permission. After all, we're just friends having a nice dinner. I would not want you to think that I am spying on you for the Dark Lord or something.
This certainly is an issue that goes well beyond...
Can I inside him when he says that?
As he says that, he casually looks right at Wayne Larson. Yeah, you can inside him.
Yeah.
I will also.
Okay, sure.
Will just kind of nodded his head, like, yeah.
Taylor, the dude just paid for everybody's fucking dinner, fancy wine, got you out of the rain, got your rooms, convinced the Markovs to let Anne stay here. This is a real bro right here. This is a great guy. Wayne, yeah,
He's
of
on
course,
the murder
yeah,
board.
100% he's spying on you guys. What the fuck? Of course he is. Why doesn't anyone else see this?
Yeah. I mean, Robin has assumed that he is, but is also willing to go along with it.
Right.
So she's just going to continue like this is a matter that if it could result in any sort of policy change or anything, it's certainly larger than.
Of course. I am sure that when word reaches him of your valiant efforts to defeat these hags, he will find a way to reward you.
She'll kind of bow her head a little. We certainly do appreciate that, and while that is not the reason we did it, we certainly appreciate that.
Okay. So, do you share any other information with them, or just kind of like wind down the? Do you try to get information out of them?
Yeah. Like, what type of policies have been going on here? Like after the kids were out, like, is there like, wooden bars or something on every window now, or?
No, that's I mean, that seems like very small potatoes compared to rebuilding the civic infrastructure after years of abuse and neglect by a crazed madman. No offense, Mr. Valkovich.
Victor just his massive eyebrows lower, and you just see the glint of his eyes beneath him as he stares at Vasily.
Robin will say, you mentioned that Father Lucian's demeanor has changed. Could you expand on that any?
He just seems to have a bit more presence to him.
Is he still serving the Morning Lord? Right, he was a servant of the Morning Lord.
I can't imagine that he would serve anyone else.
And has trade opened any more? Do things seem to be improving at all?
There is still a refusal by Krezik to open their gates to reestablish trade with Vallaki.
But between Barovia and Vallaki, things have definitely improved since last we were here.
Absolutely, yes.
Excellent. Well, hopefully when we are able to actually make it to Krezik this time, we can assist with...
Well, how interesting of you to bring that up, because I'm actually headed to Krezik in a few days. Perhaps we could travel together. I bear the mark of a servant of Castle Ravenloft, and as such, the many horrors of the land are unlikely to attack me.
When do you leave?
Provide this protection to those I travel with. I will be leaving in 2 days.
Well, if that is satisfactory to Lady Voctor, who, as well, for whom we travel with, or on her behalf as well.
I'm sure it would be. And he looks right at Victor, and he says, her daughter is very sick. And any way that trade and travel could be reopened with Krezik and the Abbey would be beneficial.
Robin's going on. That is that is indeed something that we also hope that we can help with, is anything that we can do to help restore her daughter.
Her daughter, in a way, is symbolic of the land itself. She suffers. She is diminished. But together, by unifying the land, we can all begin to heal. Oh, I've kept you long enough. I'm sure you're tired from your time on the road and the many adventures you've had. Thank you for indulging me, and with your incredible stories. Leo Johnson, it was a pleasure to meet you. I feel like I'm meeting you for the first time, really, tonight.
I mean, it's always good to see a friendly face.
He looks right past Wayne like he doesn't exist to Irenia, and he says, my offer still stands. The finest horse. You need but ask. And he goes and he kisses her hand. And then he kind of heads for the door. Harple is staring at Anne's hand like, maybe.
Anne's gonna turn to Irenia and says, he's going kind of all out for you.
What does that mean? It's just a horse for like 75 gold. It's 150 silver. It's a pretty extravagant offer, but not like the craziest offer ever or anything. I mean, you know,
Oh no! He's making moves.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
not.
Yes.
Says you already had the best horse.
You're right. She just starts crying.
Nice one,
if
Robin.
Wayne's sitting right next to her, he's gonna like bring her in so she can cry into his shoulder and just look at everybody like, "What the fuck?"
Really? Wait,
is it?
Who is Santa Claus? Did I miss that one?
I need to know.
Oh, he's a man for beer that brings toys to kids once a year.
Like Blinsky was? She starts crying even harder.
He also has a workshop full of elves.
Yeah, and rides a sled.
Can we please stop talking about the fake Santa Claus I was clearly lying about?
Wait, so there isn't a Santa Claus, Wayne?
No, not here. Santa's from where we are.
Oh, but Santa does live where you are, and he has elves.
Yes.
Wow.
Wait.
What? You
Wait.
just kept the elf part from me this whole time? You told me your world didn't have the magic.
What kind of
elves?
elves?
A bit inappropriate.
Wow.
I mean,
Like elves like me?
No, they're small.
Different elves. They're shorter.
No, they're
elves.
They're more like gnomes.
Elves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say they're kind of like garden gnomes.
Gnomes
What is
are elves.
garden gnomes?
If my phone was still working, I could probably show you one.
Leo, are you heading to bed? Is that the play?
Yeah, a pillow is calling.
Okay.
Also,
all right.
Anne's gonna turn to Robin and say, "You want to let the Markovs know about the orb?"
Yeah. Yeah, Robin doesn't mind because they said we could keep it until we're done, right?
They didn't even. They just said they were gonna use the one we found them. They didn't even.
Gonna turn to the group and say, "Hey, I know I wasn't here. If there were any plans discussed, I'll be right back." And Wayne's gonna follow Leo upstairs to have a word in private with him.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Leo, as I'll turn the music down to represent that you're like in your room trying to get ready for bed.
Can we get some pillow fluffing sound effects?
Oh no. He's just gonna turn on the macaroni and cheese.
Okay. Leo. Someone is at the door. Did you lock the door, Leo, or are you just like heading to bed?
I don't think you locked it. I mean.
Oh, okay. So, who would Leo think is coming into the room?
Victor, that you?
Okay. So Wayne, you hear him say that as you enter the room?
Do I look like Victor?
Oh, sorry, I had my back turned. I didn't know who it was. Huh. Oh, you had a rough night too? You want the top bunk?
No, I wanted to talk to you away from the others. I don't like the fact that you are just cavalierly giving out information to someone who clearly works for the Dark Lord. He comes off all friendly and easygoing, but that's just a ploy to get information out of us like he did tonight. And
I mean, he didn't learn nothing important.
Hold on, let me finish. His whole charming act with Irina is creepy. And I really would appreciate it if you could be more self-aware, more situationally aware, and not so fucking careless, man.
Oh, I'm aware. I just don't want to get involved.
Well,
everybody looks at Irina that way.
I'm not saying get involved with Irina. I'm talking about when it comes to dealing with agents of the Dark Lord. There's a lot of things out here trying to kill us, a lot of things out here trying to hurt us, and he's one of them. He just happens to be, coming at us with a smile as opposed to, a snarl and a clawed up paw. He's just as dangerous as some of the other creatures out there in the woods.
Hey, I'm just paying the respect back that the man gave us, right?
Yeah, but there's respect, and then there's basically sucking the guy off. I mean, you just spilled everything.
Whoa! I ain't sucked nobody off. Are you insinuating something, White?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that there's, being polite, and then there's fawning over the guy simply because he's a big shot. And you were fawning over him because he was a big shot, and he was paying you compliments and paying attention to you. I value everybody here in the group, but you gotta be careful. It's not just our actions, it's also the words we use. Gotta be careful.
Hey, I'm just trying to survive here, man. And yeah, that guy's got it in with the leader. Yeah. I want to stay on his good side. I don't want to be turned up and we all see you sneaking off in the darkness. Where you going in? Go wrap us up into more trouble for no reason?
No, I didn't wrap us up in more trouble for no reason. I went looking for an ally, and I think I may have found one. But because I don't know if you're going to run and go tell Vasily von Holtz about it, I'm going to tell the others first.
All right,
Enjoy
man.
Your
Fine.
rest.
Whatever, man. Get out of my room.
It's our room.
It's our room.
We're all in this together. And you got to realize that. It's not just about you, Leo. It's not just about Jason. It's about everybody here. And way to leave.
Yeah, you gotta leave. You're all about us. Rock that door.
All right, as you step back out, everyone looks away because they definitely weren't eavesdropping. And Rictavia starts playing harder.
When he comes back down the stairs.
Taylor is feeding Thought cheesy grits.
He's like, can you kind of roll him up, make him look like a worm, and then.
Yeah, I do that, and then with I use the utensil to kind of make it look like it's wiggling around.
Oh yeah, and he chomp. He's really into this shit. So he said, was a time when Familia didn't have to eat or sleep, but then this guy Jamie Crawford came along.
Well, who's that? He sounds important.
Oh, he's some kind of planeswalking thing to do. Ah, worse. He's some kind of writer.
What?
Yeah. Anyways, now I gotta keep my belly full. Gotta go sleepies. It's a whole mess. So.
I don't know. I think actual restful sleep's pretty nice, and if you got good food, I mean that can turn your life around.
I'm old enough to remember not needing all that stuff, just being a eternal, timeless, immortal being. It's kind of a step down. But eat when you want, sleep when you want, but being forced to do it by nature, that's just it's unnatural.
Well, I guess all of us here are kind of in that boat.
For now. But if you, and he puts his little frog thingies together, didn't want to, we could always head to the Amber Temple.
We're en route.
Oh, yeah? Is that where we're going after all this is over?
Oh, I don't think right away.
You're not gonna go to Krizik with Mr. Handsome Face?
I think we have to figure that out as a group.
I mean, he seemed really nice.
Anything's possible.
Oh, he's a super sweet guy. He's just so nice.
Yeah, he seemed real nice.
It's only slips are
I don't know why he's on the murder board.
He's
so nice.
He kind of, I don't know why, but he reminds me a lot of Voldemort.
That's the one wizard, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one wizard that you always talk about.
He's got a lot more hair.
The one that Chris liked.
Are you talking about Voldemort as a teenager, or?
No, she does not call him the Dark Lord. She calls him Voldemort.
Okay, nice. Everybody got lost. There was just like, wait.
My bad. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I'm talking about actual Voldemort.
Yeah. Thought was like Voldemort. I thought you came from the Earth with no magic.
Harry Potter, a series of stories.
Oh, it's your stories in your world. Okay,
yeah.
That checks out. Okay. Alright.
Shouldn't we, if we're gonna talk about that, shouldn't we include Leo?
No.
Oh, do you always have a spat up there? Is that what, not that we heard anything through these very solid wood doors.
We heard everything.
I'm not ashamed of what I said. I think he's being incredibly selfish and not taking into consideration what he says and what he does may impact others.
What did you mean when you said he was sucking him off?
I was being metaphorical. I felt that he was going above and beyond trying to make Vasily von Holtz happy.
Irenia lets out a sigh and says, "Oh, so he's not trying to..."
No.
Okay.
He's not trying to...
Not that I couldn't handle a competition. Not that I did... So, I think that he's very upset because of what happened to Jason. He's just having trouble dealing with it. He's just I don't want to say acting out because he's a grown-up, but like he's kind of a grown-up.
We all have things that make us act a fool.
What do you think he meant by he needs a body?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I think he's trying to find a third option for Jason.
Well, Victor says he's blending necromancy. I did not think he had any. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think he was smart enough to work magic.
Well,
you don't think that he's
Leo's street smart, and he's clever in different ways. I think after Ravenloft told us that souls get stuck here and they just kind of get recycled, I think he's hoping that he can get Jason's soul into another body. That's my guess.
So necromancy.
I mean, is that transferring the soul from?
Yes. Well, why would Vasily recommend a priest?
Well, it's our understanding that Lucian's been turned.
Right.
And his whole, of course, he serves the Morning Lord. Whom else would he serve? Is sort of a smokescreen, is my guess.
Victor, whose insight is not super great, is like, wait, he was lying about that?
Yeah. Just
Wait,
like I was trying to make
he was
up
lying to
that
us?
he met someone else other than,
Wait, what else was he lying to us about?
It's hard to say when you're very charming.
Are we going to have to pay for the rooms tomorrow?
I think he was doing all that to butter us up, so Leo or others might be more accommodating with answering these questions.
Taylor, a blue raven lands on your hat.
Do I recognize this blue raven?
You do. It is Muriel.
Oh, hi, Muriel, you're still alive. Hi, Muriel.
Oh, they squawk at you as you start saying their name.
I introduce Blue Raven to Thought.
Okay. They begin to converse in beast speech. Okay.
Does Debbar get out all the beast speech action?
Oh yeah, I guess they finally, yeah. Okay, yeah, he gets in on that shit. All right. Thought just like accidentally knocks a plate of leftover cheese potatoes on the floor, and Dunbar starts to eat them.
Wait, no. Yeah, let it go.
It's better than the garbage.
Yeah.
That I was not feeding him.
So Victor says, all right.
I don't want to say this, but we need to figure out what Leo is up to, because, and I mean no offense, Anne, and I mean no offense, Thought, but I guess I do mean offense. We don't want to be messing with these dark powers, right?
You think he's capable? Can I like try to do an Arcana check to see what I know about necromancy?
Yeah, sure.
Not good.
You confirm that necromancy is magic that primarily has to do with bodies and life forces.
Did he even do that? I mean,
that's what Victor. Yeah, Victor kind of like spreads his hands, like I don't know, but I mean, he was confident enough about it to ask Vasily von Holtz for a body in the middle of a crowded building.
Well, he just kind of, assists with what's on his mind. I don't think that it was confidence necessarily.
Yeah, but that could be very dangerous for us. Yeah.
Maybe we should all go talk to him.
Like all of us?
Maybe this is a conversation.
And as
you I don't think
those
Wayne...
narrow ass stairs and them small ass rooms waiting for you.
No.
Oof.
I don't think Wayne should go talk to him. Wayne just made a med.
Irene says, it's been a really long day. We fought some evil hags and we burned down the windmill, and the Witch Hunter 6 died, and they cremated him in the burning building, and then my brother left, and we saved a little boy, but then he got torn to pieces right in front of us, and then his mom went crazy, and then she yelled. Her husband yelled at us when we wanted to.
No, Irina, you didn't do anything wrong.
He said it was our fault.
He was yelling at me.
Just like when you told me it was my fault that my father died.
Irina, it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault with your father, but it wasn't your fault with that little boy. It wasn't your fault.
But there's no plants on the road, Wayne. Maybe they were right.
You went along with what we voted on, and I was the deciding vote. It wasn't your fault.
She says, I think everyone just needs to get some sleep. I don't think this is the right time to talk about plans. And she kind of like stands up for the table and starts heading for the stairs. Robin, you catch Victor watching her go. in what might be the first time you've ever seen Victor take any interest in another human being besides Victor.
I mean, Robin is not going to spoil that moment by making him acknowledge it or anything.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know that.
Okay. Yeah.
There may have been like one small heart bubble that popped out of his head. Maybe.
Oh.
Parple is still glancing at Anne's hand, like, maybe. And then he's like, but why? Like, that's the two thoughts that are going back and forth in his head. Like, he's picturing himself being as cool and suave as Vasily, but he also doesn't understand why he would want to be smooth and suave.
Can Wayne see what's going on with him?
Or you can give me an insight check, yeah.
Okay. But Wayne will reposition now that people are going off to bed.
Okay. You're not sure. Maybe he's just he's wondering why she has one hand but her other hand's invisible.
Fair enough. I think we're all wondering that.
Yeah.
At least we got the wine stone. I say loud enough for Muriel to hear.
Yeah, Muriel's gonna fly over to the bar.
Robin will kind of like not publicly, like, you know, pull it out for everybody to see, but, you know, kind of like flash it a little bit.
Right.
At least enough for Muriel to see.
They usher Brahm to bed, and then Erwin says, I'm sorry, everyone. We're going to have to close up a bit early tonight. And there's some grousing and stuff. They all kind of look at Anne, and they're like, you know what? Sure. And everybody kind of like gets the fuck out of there. All right. With the door closed, the Erwin Markov turns to you guys and flying into the back room and then coming back out of the back room with clothes on, so you don't have to witness the horrible meatball transformation. Would be Muriel Markov. And she says, so you were able to find the wine stone. That's impressive. The hags had it after all, then.
Robin will nod.
And Erwin looks at her, and she looks at Erwin, and she says, I will make sure to let your father know. And he says, I would like to make him know myself, so I could see him choke on the truth. And Danica looks to you guys and says, Davian thought that perhaps I had stolen it and given it to the Vistani. It was a big part of why things have been so tense.
Oh. That's unfortunate that your father-in-law thought so little of you.
It is more that he does not trust my people. And now that I understand more about the Order of the Feather and what they try to do, I can understand where he's coming from. I just wish I had been able to make him understand that I am not my people. If anything, I am his people. I made a choice to leave my clan and join this one. But it has been hard. I appreciate you recovering this, and perhaps this will show him that he was mistaken. Muriel also says that you are unable to defeat the hags, only, well, not defeat them, but destroy them.
It was kind of like it sucked. They just kind of disappeared, and then they just come back, and then they just disappear, and like, how do you kill someone that could just disappear?
Muriel says, in ancient times there was magic that they would draw a circle, and they would use a favored victim as bait. Unfortunately, such practices have been mostly lost, as the Dark Lord has hunted down all the wizards and clerics, keeping such powers for himself.
But the leader is dead, so I think that means we broke something for them.
Erwin says there is a chance that they will need to lick their wounds and regroup. It might give Anne a fighting chance, but he kind of looks to Muriel because he doesn't really know 100% what's going on. And Muriel says, it will give you a chance, but maybe one night or two of sleep. But what they've taken from you, I don't think you'll be getting it back as long as they live. You will have to find a way to take care of them, or they will hunt you and haunt you to the end of your days. A hag is a spiteful, hate-filled creature that seeks only to spread misery. I wish I had known you intended to go there. I would have helped you, or stopped you.
Well, one was dead, there was just the two, and if they hadn't been bouncing around so much, we could have finished it.
Danica says, how did you manage to kill one, but not the others?
It's complicated.
Erwin chuffs and says, I don't think I want to know. Things have been tense since Wagner took over. We are working harder than ever before to protect and guide and keep ears and eyes sharp and open. She is a very ambitious woman, and she believes strongly that she has the backing of Castle Ravenloft in all that she does. Some things have been better, but I know the heart of this woman. It is a dark and evil thing. We would be fools to take her lightly.
There may be someone that wants to do something about that.
All three of them look a bit concerned. And then Muriel says, Vallaki has just got done with a exchange of power. To have another leader die or be removed could, well, it could cause everything to collapse. Sometimes it is better to have a villain who knows what they're doing than anarchy. Then the three of them like nod, like soberly, like, damn, the harsh truth of the world fucking sucks.
True story.
Mm. Danica kind of smiles at Octavio and says, you're just going to eavesdrop on music or anything? And he says, my hands are tired. I've been playing all night. I took this early last call as a reprieve. I can play you something if you'd like. And she says, I am just teasing you. She's fine. And Rictavio kind of addresses you guys for the first time and says, what is it that you're trying to do here? Exactly.
And it's gonna pipe up and say to them and say, do any of you know about any ancient enemies of the Walker family? Any rumors about that or something like that?
Muriel kind of sighs a bit and says, that family is so old. They have many enemies. They were one of the first families, much like the Markovs, to settle this region. Members of their family line were officers in the invading army. That's centuries that they could have amassed enemies. Though honestly, most who made themselves enemies of the Walkner family are not with us anymore.
Would you say that she turns to Victor? Victor's family was one of their ancient enemies.
She says, I would not say enemies so much as rivals. The Valakovich family, and they worked in tandem with the Walkners, not against them. Honestly, Victor's father was the first in the history of that family to so openly defy the Dark Lord.
Do you know if they have like any like places they keep well guarded or hidden away?
At the Walkner house? I mean, there are rumors that the alleged book club that Lady Walkner has meets in the basement. Some people have said that late at night, masked and hooded individuals can be seen entering and exiting through the cellar doors in the side yard. But beyond that, I'm sure the family has a lockbox or a safe, probably in the cellar or the bedroom. She kind of looks at the other two, and they're kind of like, I ain't gonna acknowledge that. I'm not gonna tell these guys where we keep our valuables. She says, she's a person, just like everyone else. Where would you keep your valuables? The city has no bank, so assume you have to keep it at your house. Where in your house would you keep it? But I will say, ever since she took over the town, she has had a lot more mercenaries protecting her property. It would be very difficult to get in, but not impossible. Are you planning to get in?
I have to visit her tomorrow, anyways. And then with that, Anne's gonna end up and look around to see if she can find a spot to sleep.
Erwin says, here, we can clear some tables for you. I'm sorry about your arm. You had already lost so much of it, and now it's just gone.
She'll pick up one of the tables with the invisible arm. It's still there.
He'll shake his head and say, outsiders. I'll be happy when all this is over. All right. You guys have anything else for them, or?
What have you been up to, Mario? What have you done since you left us?
I've been keeping tabs on the activities of our enemies. Mostly I've been keeping an eye on Baba Lysaga down in Perez. She is furious about the return of the Winestone of Winter and the defeat of Sverog and the Druids. She has sworn vengeance against all of you.
I'm sure we'll cross paths with her eventually.
I'm sure.
Doesn't she have the last gem?
She does. I believe she's using it to animate her home. Her heart is like a giant wooden spider now, and it was not always that way. Normally, she has to fly around in her weird skull carriage, cart, flying skull cart. But now she just takes her home wherever she needs to. It crawls all through the swamps and marshlands of Berez. But do not think about trying to face her. If anything, hope that the encounter is delayed as long as possible. She is a powerful spellcaster.
I hate fighting hags.
Dynamite then.
And she is no hag. She is just a woman of exceptional power and a deep-seated madness. She is obsessed with the Dark Lord, considers him her child that must be protected. And she has captured many of our people. I was unable to free them.
Sorry to hear that. She is on our murder board.
Murder board? I like the sound of that. Where are you keeping this murder board? I'm picturing like a plank that you wrote all the names of people you need to kill on.
Did we write it on a plank or?
That's on the map.
I think it's more theoretical.
We wrote it on our map. Do you want to show it to her?
And she says, "Oh, this is quite a map." As she stares down at it.
Well, I show her the back where the murder board is written.
Okay.
I'm not flexing my map on her.
Oh, okay. Oh, she says, "Oh, I see he is on your map."
Yep, lots of people on the map.
Well, now you have this. Here you go.
That is true.
Oh, he's so handsome. But he's married. And as she says that, the other two look at her like, gross. And she just shrugs. Yes. It is a shame what happened to Father Lucian. Nothing to be done, I suppose. He goes through the motions of his former life, and that gives the people some sort of hope and routine.
Has the town caught on yet to what
I
happened
think they
to
are.
him?
I think they are suspicious, but they.
Oh, that's gonna be terrible.
They don't know what to do about it. Many would prefer to pretend everything is okay. What is this, my Lady Wagner? This is a sandwich?
It's what we're trying to find.
She has a sandwich you need?
No, that's a book.
Oh, it's a book. Oh, alright. Do you need help?
Sure.
I was gonna ask you if you wanted to come back with us.
As long as we don't do anything that would destabilize the town. But if you're just trying to get the book, I think I can help. All right. And on that note, we're at time. So seems like a pretty good place to kind of leave off.
Yeah, Wayne still needs to tell Robin and the others about Isaac.
Yeah. So we will assume a little bit of meta timey-wimey stuff that you guys kind of dish the information that you need to in case you want to discuss it during the week on Discord before next session, and have a better sense of what's going on. You know, we don't have to live every minute of every day of your characters' lives. So if you guys are, want to start next session with, you wake up early to discuss, what to do next, or that kind of thing, that's fine. And then you just kind of sum up whatever you come up with outside of game, or it can be handled in game, however you guys want to proceed. Again, it is sandbox. Whatever you guys think you need to do, whatever goals you set for yourselves, we will try and see them to fruition. You may have saw the announcements. There are no more regional timers. You are far enough along in the campaign, past the midway point, that I just flipped the switches on all of them. So everything is happening everywhere now. So there's really nothing to worry about because it's all completely outside of your control. You can just live your lives. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, tomorrow night I don't believe we're gonna have a vodcast because I gotta pick my parents up from the airport. It's like two fucking hours away from my house. So yeah, we'll have to do it another time. It's a shame because we had some pretty good stuff to talk about. Unless you want to do it without me, that's fine too. If you want to do like the pacing and stuff, like get some guests on there, just I'll just listen to it in the car. That's fine too. That's fine too. I don't really know what to say about pacing. I was hoping you had all the answers. So, Saturday morning we've got high noon. Sunday morning, daybreak. You want to talk about werewolves? They've been dealing with werewolves for a very long time because like 4 of them are going to turn into werewolves very soon.
Holy shit!
They need to find a plant.
I know. Like,
but they haven't run into it. They don't know.
It's literally a 1 in 100 chance of running into the plant. So
question: the plant the one we ran into, was it? You said purple flowers and it had purple berries on it.
No, those were flowers. If you zoomed in on the miniature, so yeah. Yeah, that was just a belladonna bush, like a literal photograph of a belladonna bush. I was like, yeah, sure, that'll work. And then Sunday night we got Mythic. They just finished up Dragon Island. It's pretty tense.
What the fuck is Dragon Island?
Dragon Islands, some might call it Hexonia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then let's see. Monday we've got Sunset. Tuesday, Abomination Vaults. The Return of Gregor. That's right, fan favorite Gregor coming out of retirement by choice because we wanted it to happen, not for any other reason. Yep. Also, Cyberpunk happens on Tuesdays. Wednesday, Baldur's Gate. We're pretty sure we're at the end? Question mark? We don't know because we haven't read any spoilers and we haven't beaten the game yet. But we think we're at the end. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And then Thursday, we'll be back here. So, anyone... Oh, and Extra Life, November 4th and 5th, 25 hours, 2 DMs, 1 event coordinator, and 10 players, bunch of kobolds, trying to revive the power of their respective dragon gods by taking them on an adventure through the Caves of Chaos. So imagine Yoshi's Island, but Baby Mario has to take care of Baby Yoshi instead of Yoshi taking care of Baby I don't know. It's going to be fucking crazy. And we've already heard back from some of the sponsors. Of course, Kakaroto and The Forge are going to be providing some prize support for the event. And then, I'm waiting to hear back from a bunch of others as well. There'll be a raffle for people that donate, and then if you donate, I believe $15 or more, you will unlock a digital prize pack, which will have maps and one-shot adventures and assets and all sorts of other good stuff. Trash Mob Minis is providing the miniatures for the adventure this year, because they had the super cute kobolds for last year's kobold adventure, but they also make other monsters besides kobolds, so it's going to be like really adorable looking monster art. I'm very, very excited for it. So please, if you've got the time, the money, or the interest, hang out with us for 25 hours on November 4th and help us raise money for sick kids in the hospital. All right. Anybody have any other announcements before we adjourn? No? Okay. All right. Well, great job, guys. You lived through another session. Orange Jesus was not kind at all to a certain small boy, but shit happens. Yeah, you still did some good. You still did some good. So, hope everybody enjoys their weekend, and I'll see you around the Discord.
All right.
Thanks for the game, Crash.
All right. Take care, stream.